Welcome, heroes. Welcome to Unsung Heroes. My name is Mike Mercadal. I host an in-studio podcast called Zeros on Heroes, where I interview people about their heroes. But this is Unsung Heroes, where you guys get to be the heroes. Yay. We record here every Thursday at the Creek in the Cave in Long Island City, Queens. And you can come down and be a part of it and get Mexican food and all that shit. But also, come on this show. This week's theme, Endgame. No, it's not the end of modern American democracy with the Mueller report and all that bullshit. We are recording as that news is breaking, right? Like, it's out right now. If Trump destroys the American government before I get to see Endgame, I'm going to be pissed. I'm going to be very angry because we're talking about the Avengers today. The Avengers. Look, yeah. I know we did a Captain Marvel thing like not too long ago, but they keep making these fucking movies, and I need to tie into current events for search engine optimization. Here we go. Hashtag obvious connections. We're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna solve the Marvel's problem because there's a big thing that's they're gonna have to deal with. What next? I'm not going to talk about Endgame. What comes after Endgame? We want to solve these problems. Why is that confusing?
They released the schedule. Like, we know what comes
next. Yeah. There's You guys are going to determine. Marvel, listen, Kevin Feige is a regular listener. He's our subscriber. He's our one patron on Patreon is Kevin Feige. And what you're going to do is we're going to come up with outlandish ways to get X-Men and the Fantastic Four and all the rest of the Marvel properties into the MCU. Also, we are going to speculate wildly about Endgame. We're going to make some brash statements that will not come to fruition. And also, guess what? Surprise brackets, baby. We're determining the ultimate Avenger, and it's literally just going to be based on whatever the person sitting in this chair's criteria is for the two people that are coming up. What do you say? We get our first hero up on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Amanda Van Nostrand. Hello. Hi.
Hi.
Are we good?
Yeah, I think
Levels,
so.
check.
Oh
We're good.
my God.
Amanda, thank you. This is your first time here. I've known you a long time.
I have never done this.
I'm so happy you're here. And you're going to get to experience what it is to be on this fucking show.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I have to ask you, have you seen any of the Marvel movies? Are you prepared for the Endgame?
No.
You have not prepared appropriately?
No. What was Wonder Woman? Was that Marvel?
Oh boy, this is going to be great. All right. So
you're welcome.
Yeah. You genuinely have not seen?
I genuinely do not follow. This is not my thing.
What is your thing in the movies? Like, what do you pay money to go to see in the movies?
Oh God, like the Lego movie.
Okay, look, I'm not gonna shit on the Lego movie. I fucking love the Lego movie.
And like 13.
Did you see like 8th grade?
8th grade.
Okay, yeah.
Yes, so good.
So clearly you think you're better than us.
That's not true.
With your independent film. No, I'm just kidding. One of my favorite.
Yes, a very high brow.
8th grade and all that independent movie shit. Like people. Okay, I will preface this by saying
I did hate Frances Ha.
I
hated it.
This is how far out of my circle you are. What the fuck is Frances Ha?
It was Lady Bird. It was Greta Gerwig's first film.
Man, I wish I knew.
I also hated Lady Bird,
okay.
Which I realize as a woman is controversial. I know.
Ooh, wow, yeah. You are the spokesperson for all women, right?
Yes,
You're the
correct.
one in charge. Okay.
Look at me.
What I was saying is I used to work at Blockbuster Video in prime Blockbuster Video time.
Oh,
Peak
man.
Blockbuster Video time. And we had employees in the store that were the classic stereotypes when that shit was still allowed. And like there was a dude that was straight up the independent film person. Just sucking Tarantino dick and just like
super,
you guys watch this bullshit. Yeah. He hated The Matrix.
Wow.
Yeah, like he was just like, fuck that mass-produced, whatever. Even it's like one of the most revolutionary movies of all time. It was just like one of those guys.
Yeah.
So whenever anybody like pulls like art house stuff on me,
Right.
I'm always like, yo, so you think you're better than everybody?
No, Wonder Woman did make me cry unexpectedly.
That
I
was so
I
far
was
the best
not
one.
expecting it at all. I went to see it for fun, and it got me.
Wonder Woman was fucking great, and then also of all of the DC movies, I am also surprised that I had this thought. The two best movies were Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Aquaman was fun as fuck. Did you watch it?
Yeah, but didn't you see Shazam? Yeah.
Oh, I'm so
Oh.
excited for Shazam.
Never mind. You know what? I'm sorry. You want to know how good Shazam was? I didn't think of it as a DC movie. That's how good. That's how good Shazam was. But so I have to ask, what do you think is happening in all these Marvel movies that everybody's talking
You
about?
guys, I have no idea.
What
It's
is the-
okay. This is what
Okay.
I think is happening.
I want you
This
to
is-
shoot some
okay,
wild
This
guesses
is
at
what
me.
I think is happening is that there is some sort of like world issue. Okay, I'm talking like World War IV.
Right.
Okay,
Sure.
and like we have superheroes living among us, and they band together
You're
with
not wrong.
with the might of 1,000 men and women, and
Hashtag
take care of
equality.
business. Hashtag women
Hashtag
too.
feminism.
Like everybody.
Yeah. You're
that's
not.
that's what I think.
you're
And
not
everyone's
wrong.
in incredible shape.
Who's your favorite Avenger?
The purple one.
Yeah.
Who are the options?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that because you're gonna have to make an important decision, and I'm so happy that it's you that has to literally
I'm
come
really sorry.
up. So you have to choose. Look,
This is stressful.
whenever I do brackets, I always have to preface this by saying they're assigned randomly by an app. Okay.
I will randomly assign them for you.
Yeah. No. But you have to choose because it's like March Madness
Yeah,
brackets
yeah. Okay.
that you have to choose.
Got it.
And look, I'm not doing this on purpose, but you have to choose between. I'm not. This is the first match on the list. I will show everybody. You have to choose between Falcon and Black Panther. So literally, no, hold on. But literally, all of the black representation is gone in the first round.
But Black
One of them-
Panther
oh, no, one of them
was
goes
so good. Black Panther was so good.
You saw Black
I
Panther?
did see Black
Panther
Panther.
counts.
Oh my god!
Yeah, fair
I
enough.
had
yeah.
no idea. I'm gonna pick Black Panther because I don't know anything about Falcon.
What? Yeah, no. Oh, War Machine. That's right. I forgot about War Machine. But to be fair, everybody forgets about War Machine. Everybody forgets about. Now, you saw. So wait. So you saw Black. So you saw Black Panther, right?
I did.
What? Did you understand? Like, it was pretty isolated, like standalone. Like you didn't need to
I
have
got
seen
it.
other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would that entice you to continue seeing more stuff if Black Panther? Because he's in Civil War, he's in Black Panther, then he's in Infinity War,
Okay.
and now he's dead. He's
What the fuck?
for the record. There's going to be spoilers, and I just revealed a big one. Well, if you've seen any of the coverage, the reason why it's called Endgame for the Avengers is like
Because
half
it's
of them
the
are dead.
Endgame. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
A bunch of them in the last movie, they ended an MCU
the game.
They ended it with like killing off everybody, and then everyone in the theater was super shocked, and then it was like roll credits. And everyone was like, "What the fuck do we do now? We got to wait a year for this shit?" Yeah.
I mean, maybe Black Panther's on Netflix now, so it's like available and
Right. Yeah.
and
So is Infinity War. You can watch Infinity War.
oh, okay. Wait, I'll watch it.
You have no. I'm not. I'm like a pressure. Like,
I know.
yeah, come
I'm
on.
like in trouble.
Everybody's doing it.
Okay.
Amanda, thank you so much for being here.
You guys-
This is your first time.
Thanks for letting me do this.
You're always welcome.
like
I've known
ashamed.
you for like 5 years
a
or
really
like
long
almost
time.
6 years.
I think
One of
it's
the first-
more like 6.
Yeah, when I first moved up here, you
Yeah.
were on one of the first shows I ever did.
Yeah.
And I can't believe you were so rude as to take this long to come do mine. And
I'm really
it's so
sorry.
no, but you're like producing your own stuff.
Yeah.
Please promote stuff before you go. This goes
Oh.
out to a dozen of listeners.
Oh, I love a dirty dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. You want me to do that right now?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm doing a show on Saturday, 420. I don't know how soon
This will
this
be up
comes
tomorrow,
out.
so yeah.
Okay, great. So it's in Harlem. It's a secret location. If you go to my Instagram, you can find the link there.
Secret
and then
location.
it's like
How cool.
there's weed there. There's going to be a lot of drugs.
That's basically to avoid like promoting a thing that just the cops just show up like, you guys put it on the flyer.
Yeah, exactly. And then on the 23rd at the Slipper Room, I'm hosting Keeping It Fresh with Emily Walsh. And we have a dope lineup with like
Fantastic.
Keaton Palufo and Emily Winter and Khalees Hawkins. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Amanda Van Nostrand. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can put that right. Actually, no, you stay for the co-host, the next person. You're now...
Oh my God.
Yeah. Now you're Ed McMahon. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Patrick Hasty. Patrick Hasty. This is very exciting. Very exciting.
Hey, how are y'all? Thanks for having me on the show.
I love your hat.
Thank you so much. It's mine, and I gotta look which one it is. I'm bald up here.
I like the denim and leather combo.
Thank you. It's made by this company called that logo. I don't know what
Eddie
it is.
Bauer? Oh.
Yeah, I don't know, but my friend Nasser has...
I don't know who that is.
He has the same hat in different color scheme, and fuck, they're a good hat. You buy them at bodegas.
Hey, I'm a fan of the bodega hats.
Bodega hats are
yeah,
good.
the super counterfeit, like they're like the like when you get a counterfeit jersey.
Yeah.
Like it says like Florida Barlins or whatever.
Sure, yeah, with a B.
Yeah. It says something. It's always wrong.
I had a bodega hat that had two like embroidered fingers given, hands given the finger, and in the middle it just said "fuck shit." It's a good hat.
And my favorite is when you see like out in, like I live way out in Queens, so like out in like Flushing,
Yeah.
you see like just an old Chinese guy
Wearing that hat.
a fuck it hat,
Fuck shit.
yeah, fuck
Yeah.
shit,
Yeah.
and middle fingers, and then there's like he's just like taking his like grandkids
Yeah.
around or whatever.
An old lady on our block in PLG wears a T-shirt that just says "fuck you, you fucking fucks," but I don't think she knows that it says that. So
She's
it's
just
great.
wearing what fits.
Yeah.
To be fair, also like I've seen a bunch of douchebags wearing like stuff with Chinese symbols on it, and they have no
It's the
idea
same
what
idea.
that says.
Yeah,
Same
yeah,
idea.
yeah.
Patrick Hasty.
Hey, how are you, Mike?
I've been on your podcast,
You have
Nostalgic
been.
Front. We talk about nerdy shit all the time.
We do.
Where are you on the Avengers Endgame situation?
I'm stoked for it. I want to say, I don't know if this has been addressed, that you're a member of the MCU. You're part of the MCU. Do you guys know
Technically,
this?
yeah, I'm in the Punisher.
He
yeah.
was in the television show The Punisher, which makes him canon.
Yep.
And so, do
That's
you
right.
know?
That's true.
Are you still kicking it, or did Thanos' snap tear you down?
I took part in this thing online, and I survived
Hell
the
yeah.
snap. Like half
I thought
of these,
there'd be applause
like if you,
or something. There it is. Yeah.
Did you survive on? Yeah.
Really? I saw this show called I Survived online once, but it's about people that almost get murdered.
Yeah. Both of those have happened to me.
Where's the laughs at,
Fun.
guys?
Yeah. No, but I
you
survived the snap technically. So me, Mike Mercadal. So I assume my
Your
character
character must have also.
For
sure. Yeah, that's cool.
I'm
I'm excited.
He didn't die. The Punisher didn't kill me.
Nope.
So
I'm excited for it. I like I'm interested because I like nerd stuff, of course.
I'll be honest with you. I'm just upset they canceled Punisher before they gave me a spin-off series.
Yeah.
As
They're
an
still-
open mic comedian who's also a Russian mobster, and then they're like,
Well, if you would have read some of that stuff we were talking about Phase 5 or whatever the fuck it is coming up, they're probably going to do some more television stuff, so there's still time in that.
There's
you
a
know?
ton of television stuff.
You might not be on
Yeah.
Netflix, but you might be on a new app.
I have I've been waiting by the phone. So
Yeah.
hopefully
That's
one of
good.
these days Marvel will be like, hey, your character of nameless Russian thug.
Yeah.
Guess what? He's getting a TV show with Spider-Man.
Is he in your bracket? Nameless Russian thug?
He is the boss at the end of all of this.
Oh, yeah,
you have to
yeah,
put
yeah,
pit
yeah,
whoever
that's
wins.
good.
The Ultimate Avenger goes, I beat Thanos in
Yeah.
this unit. Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
I survive and I kill Thanos.
Okay, so you've seen the trailers and everything, right?
I'm trying to stay away from
Okay.
everything as much as possible. I've only seen like one trailer.
Who's like that with it when it comes to Marvel? You guys okay?
This
Cool.
is an audio medium, so
Yeah, you could
raising your
clap
hand
or something like that. Yeah, there it is. Because I'm that way with Star Wars. I haven't seen
Also,
I have
yeah.
not seen a Star Wars trailer since this new thing. I know fucking people won't shut up about it. I like the title, but
You know the title.
Marvel, I'm all for watching the trailers. I don't give a fuck. I'll watch all the extra stuff. But I'm honestly, I just recently, and maybe it's because people won't stop talking about how good this new Star Wars trailer is. I think it kind of fucked me because I think the reason I didn't enjoy Solo as much is because I wasn't used to seeing that new character, that new actor play Han Solo. But if I would have watched all the trailers, I could have been eased into it a little bit.
The canon movies, I don't care. You know, like I just don't like. I'm gonna see it. I like Solo. I think I'm pretty good about.
I thought Solo was all right. I think I just fucked myself on it. But it's so fun to go. Like when I saw Last Jedi in the theater, going in completely blind, not knowing anything. Ooh, it's a good feeling. But I don't have that with the Marvel things. I'm excited for them, but.
So what do you think is going to happen? Let's speculate wildly about Endgame. I want to hear your theories of how we defeat Thanos.
Okay, let's start with you, okay?
Oh no, this is just how I felt seeing Lady Bird. So
I love it. It's one of my top films. When you said 13 before, were you talking about that movie with Evan Rachel Wood?
Yeah, I think somebody brought it up earlier, and so it was like in the zeitgeist of like young women struggling with their identity.
Yeah.
You know.
What was your question now? What do I think's going to happen?
Yeah, speculate wildly. Let's go for broke. Let's make some concrete decisions about what you feel is going to happen, and that way you can feel bad when it doesn't happen.
I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Well, what I want to happen, and I don't think this will happen, but what I would love to see, has anybody guys seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Forever? Yes. Movie Turtles Forever, right? Okay, Will knows what we're talking about. It's this movie that was the 2003 Turtles cartoon series.
Okay.
Made a movie, right? And it's a good series. And they made a movie, and in this movie, there's a multiverse element, and they see all the other Turtle universes. Like, they go back to the 80s cartoon. They go back to the comic books. They see the movies.
Yes. Yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
So what I would love is, because obviously there's going to be some sort of to the time stone, and there's all that kind of shit going on in this movie. I would like it if they somehow get into a multiverse, and you just see a window. Remember that scene in Deadpool where they open the door? Maybe it's in Deadpool 2, and you see, like, Xavier and all that stuff. I would love a scene where you just for a second see a glimpse of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine and the fucking, Famke Janssen, all this.
Which,
like, you see a glimpse into that world, but then they don't follow it through, maybe just to show that, like, different, Earth 2, Earth 3, all that kind of stuff.
So you think you're hoping for a multiverse situation?
I would love that little bit of an Easter egg. I think would be very fun.
Okay, so let's solve
the problem.
Hope
one of the actors gets killed on film for really real.
Those are called snuff films.
Yeah.
They
I like
are
it.
illegal.
But I've been wanting to see one.
Indie gold, yeah. That's when you like surpass like the indie film snobbery. You're like, I only watch films where the protagonist literally is dead.
Yeah. It's like when you watch so much porn that now it's not even. You can't even be like, ooh, that she's her mom. You have to be like, they're both each other's mom.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Conjoined twins.
Yeah. They're fucking their moms who are also conjoined.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on, Amanda. I hope you're happy.
I'm pumped for the movie. I'm very excited to see it. I love Shazam.
Yes,
didn't see that
Shazam
coming.
was great. I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I did.
I'm so excited.
Can we spoil a thing for Shazam? No, not.
I will say I don't think we're ready to spoil that because it's not. This is the Marvel one. I think that we should leave. Okay, what can you say non-spoiler?
I won't spoil it, but I will say this: that I had an experience in the theater at Shazam that I've never once had in a movie theater experience. Where I was watching the movie and there was a thing about a certain character that I really liked. And I was like, there's a thing. And then I'm like, I bet this happened to this character with this actor. I bet they studied these things. And then later in the movie, it was like they pulled a thing from my brain and made it happen in the movie. Oh. And I've never had that experience before, and it almost brought me to tears.
Where it was like
me for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Yes, very much. Yeah, okay. Same experience.
Where you feel like I did this with my mind.
Literally, I was like, I would have been interested if I went on IMDb and Googled and they were like, oh, this was a reference. I'd have been like, yeah, I knew that. But the fact that it's presented on the screen in such a way, in such a big moment, I was like, ooh, fuck, I can't believe that. And I didn't know anything about the Shazam series either.
Again, it was my expectations were so like low for DC movies that when I was like, this is good, it was like really good. You know, like it was like, wow, this is great.
But what's your favorite MCU movie then?
My favorite MCU movies, I don't know. I think Infinity War is hard to top, but that's a cheating.
Really?
That's like all because there's all of them are in it and they're all doing stuff. Mm-hmm. But I will say Thor Ragnarok might be the top of the list for me
because it's my second favorite. Yeah,
because it's also kind of like a send up of the other MCU. It's like saying it's like a middle finger to the other MCU movies that are super serious.
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, but like mocking. It's like making fun of how serious everything is.
I loved Ragnarok a lot. Somebody out there said Guardians 2.
Yeah,
really? That's your favorite? All right,
Guardians 2.
That's not my favorite. That's not even my favorite Guardians.
Well, Stallone. Yeah, Stallone does improve it. There's a lot. I'm telling you, Amanda.
Yeah.
If this doesn't turn you on
There's
to
only
watch
there's
these
24
movies,
I
movies.
am wet right
You
now.
have 1 week.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like Bare Naked Ladies taught us.
Oh
Yeah.
my god. Talk
you
about
monster.
throwback to 13.
Yeah,
Good
that's
lord.
Right. That's right.
I will say that go watch them. That's all
Yeah,
it is.
they're good.
Yeah, okay.
It's fun.
yeah.
But are you ready to make some tough decisions? You're gonna have to
I'm
make
ready. Give it to
you
me.
have to choose
buddy.
between here we go.
Now, who lives or who dies? Who moves on?
You're
And the
you're
cat-
causing your own snap right now. You get
Sure. Okay.
you can use your own criteria, either who you think would win in a fight,
Yeah.
or who had the better movie, or who had the better role in the movies.
Sure. It's all on me.
Right. So you have to choose between Black Widow and War Machine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is,
Put the woman and the fucking black dude.
yeah.
I didn't mean. I'm.
Come on, randomizer.
This is the randomizer. This is the full. Okay.
On
I
our
will say
podcast,
this.
we did a bracket. On our podcast, we did a bracket once, and my co-host Brandon Ream, he's an idiot. He kept saying the bracketology is science, and I think it's not. I think you just picked wrong.
No. I will say this. I will add a caveat. At any moment, you can substitute.
Wait, hold on.
Because he's very small and he might have been here the whole time.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, baby.
Oh.
Ant-Man is the 17th Avenger.
Would it be cool if I say Ant-Man moves on, so I kill out a woman and a black guy? That'd be funny.
At any point.
Well, okay, so I like, with my history with the Avengers, but I'm going to stick with between Black Widow and...
Black Widow.
Yeah, and Roger
Machine.
Rhodes or whatever his name is.
Rhodey.
Brody? Rhodey?
Rhodey.
I don't like that. That hurts it. I'm going to say that I think that if you're... Okay, so what we're asking is who's the best Avenger, right?
The Ultimate Avenger.
The Ultimate Avenger. And... Wait, who am I picking?
Between
who?
War Machine and Black Widow.
Oh, motherfucker. Yeah.
right?
No, I'm going to go...
He's an asshole.
I've been this whole time thinking the lesser Olsen twin.
A Scarlet Witch.
That's
no,
who
no,
I've
no,
been
no.
trying to put up against all. And I was trying to rationalize how I can pretend like I give a fuck about that one, you know? I'm going to say it's going to be War Machine. War Machine's got a fucking Iron Man suit. He's going to kill everything.
So,
I don't care about Black Widow. I'm sorry.
I will. I understand that.
Should have been an Asian character, like in the books. Right? I know how to make the right jokes.
Wow. No, you're right to say that I think War Machine would beat. She's a human person. She's just
Yeah.
an average human or above average
Yeah.
human person.
She doesn't even-
yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry.
She doesn't even have a uterus.
He's not making a joke.
No,
That's in the movie.
That sounds like a fucking gift.
Yeah. When he snapped, it came out.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's unprotected sex for days.
What?
Yeah.
Well, she's a spy, so she uses the unprotected sex as a weapon. She uses her lack of uterus. Yes, exactly. Please, other people
Yeah.
are going to have to use that microphone.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't touch anything.
Fantastic choices, all.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
War Machine.
Patrick.
Thank
What would
you.
you like to promote before
You
you
can
go?
follow me on. Take a seat. We still got a lot of plugs. You can follow me on Twitter at Patrick Hasty. That's at PatrickHastie. PatrickHastie.com for all upcoming shows and whatnot. Listen to if you like this podcast, you got to listen to my podcast, The Nostalgic Front Podcast.
If you need an easy way in, there's an episode with me in there.
You're a
Familiar
guest.
voices all around.
You're a guest.
Yeah.
Also, you were on an episode where we talked about the MCU, since
Yeah.
you are a member.
I have a
and so if you want, listen to this whole fucking thing, and then go listen to the Nostalgic Front Fun Size about the MCU. And then, that's it.
And
That's all.
Jackknife.
Oh, Jackknife Comedy. I run a show at the Creek in the Cave where we're at the first Saturday of every month. It's always fun. It's always good. We always have good comics. And June 1st, whatever the first Saturday in June is, our 5-year anniversary show.
yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
I will say
Thank
this,
you.
no bullshit. One of my favorite shows in the
Thank
city.
you so much,
fucking
Mike.
guy, you and Gideon Hambright worked so hard on
That's
that show.
good. And you did it.
I
you
love
did
that
it,
show.
2 months ago?
Yeah, something like
and
that.
it was great because what's so fun is when you watch somebody bomb, you get to see like how they deal with it and where they.
I don't understand.
No, he
I don't
destroyed.
understand.
He
He's
killed.
not
so-
talking about me.
He
He's
killed
not talking.
very hard. It was very good to see and funny. And then I'm like, yeah,
I did all right. And there was like
They loved you.
thank you.
You're
but
doing
there
all
was
that weird Latino fake stuff about your
Yeah.
fake heritage.
I've been trying to lean into the Mercadal of my name, you know.
You kept saying tree trunk cock. I was like, I don't know. That must
that
be
was
a callback or something.
unrelated. Shut up.
The callback to off air.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know when you press record.
Hey, thank you, Patrick. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Patrick Hastings.
Yeah.
Thank you, Amanda. I hope we haven't frightened you off enough. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Our next Avenger, Brendan Gillen.
Wow.
What's up, buddy?
Brandon, welcome.
Nerd out. That's what the show is all about. Brendan, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
What is you are up to speed on all of this, correct? You've seen...
Yeah, I've not seen Ant-Man and the Wasp, unfortunately, and I didn't see Guardians 2.
Patrick's reaction to that.
And
Ooh.
I didn't see the first two Thors, but I saw Ragnarok, which is what's important, and today one of my students told me I should cosplay as Thor.
You should...
And I wanted to bring that right
What
at the
student?
top.
How old is the student?
High schoolers.
That sounds like a flirt.
No, this
somebody
was,
told me
this was super not a
Hey,
flirt.
you look like the hottest guy in these movies.
I'm just like...
I'm
I'm sorry, it's a flirt.
I'm just like one of the only white people they come into contact with on a daily basis. So they look at me and they're like, oh, you have a beard and your hair is kind of long. You look like Thor now.
Yeah, everybody else is
Mister,
like,
you look just like Thor.
Yeah.
That's like this.
We went to a play and a white man came on stage and a student turned to me and was like, he looks like you.
Oh, yeah.
Any white person they see.
That's straight out of. Has anyone seen the movie Role Models? Do you remember that movie Role Models with Paul Rudd and all that shit? There's a you white, you Ben Affleck. You look like Ben Affleck.
That's essentially my day-to-day life. It's cool.
If you're white, you are every other white actor that they feel like comparing you to.
Yeah.
Brendan, let's speculate wildly. What do you think is going to happen in Endgame?
Just like in Game of Thrones, everybody's going to die.
Oh, you think it's
And
a
then,
clean sweep?
Marvel babies.
Yes.
I'm just going with my same theory from last week, which is everybody dies and then they do a baby version of everybody.
Right. You want a Muppet Babies?
Yeah, Marvel babies.
Marvel babies.
Exactly.
We make our dreams come true.
Little tiny Spider-Man baby and other babies.
That sounds gorgeous.
I genuinely feel like that has to be in the works for that Disney TV
okay, do you
channel.
want me to say what I really think is going to happen?
Let's speculate wildly. Let's do it.
Like based on what they've released of the schedule of like, okay, we're doing another Black Panther, we're doing Spider-Man Far From Home. They're just going to reverse everything. Like everyone who was dead is going to... Everyone who disintegrated is going to reintegrate, and everyone else whose body is still intact is just going to get fucking shredded to pieces.
I think that...
because Robert Downey Jr. wants to quit, so Iron Man's going to die.
Yes.
Thor, they've done enough. That's enough.
You think it's going to be a swap?
Yeah, because maybe, I don't know. But they also teased the whole thing of like Black Widow and I forget who else, I think Falcon doing like an Avengers Academy with like younger people, right? At the end of Civil War.
Right.
They were like, this is what's up now, but then Infinity War happened, blah, blah, blah. So I think they are going to pursue that of like younger Avengers or new Avengers, like get their own movies. Or they'll do something I would love, which is the Young Avengers.
Yeah. That would be
Put
pretty
gay
good.
aliens in it.
Everyone's
ready.
Does Young Avengers take place like 30 years in the future, like Young Justice, or is it just like next?
No, it's just like happening.
It's just like happening
concurrently. Yeah.
Okay.
I genuinely think that Doctor Strange is going to wake up and he's just going to be like, oh, God, I had a crazy dream. And then it was just going to be all of the MCU. Yeah.
The Bob Newhart thing.
It'll be the
right? That's the one that did that?
Which one?
Bob Newhart, where they did the show and then
Yes,
the other
Bob
show.
Newhart did it.
Yeah,
and then at the end of the other show, he wakes up and it was
or
a
the
dream.
St. Elmo's Fire snow globe with the kid that is developmentally
And you know
disabled.
what's fucked up about that?
He's autistic.
What?
Yeah.
St. Elmo's Fire crossed over with like Law and Order or Hill Street Blues, which crossed over with Law and Order, which is crossover with like everything, which means everything is in that fucking it's all in that snow.
Let's talk about fuck the MCU. Let's talk about the NBCU.
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of shows. Well, like also
very lost.
Fucking they, like. One of the things that they were
Dick
talking
Munch?
about
Is
it
that
was Detective Munch. They're gonna do a crossover between
Not just on that
SVU
show.
and Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Oh fuck!
Have you heard that? Someone said that. Did you see? I would fucking kill to see all of a sudden Mariska Hargitay show up on like Brooklyn Nine-Nine and just be like talking about like rape and murder. And everyone in the Nine-Nine is like, what is
Their
happening?
faces are all on the
This is
floor.
so dark. Yeah.
Can I real quick? I want to hijack this for a second. You know something I do think will happen in the Endgame. I think at some point they will set up that they'll talk about Peter and they're going to mention that he had just got back from his European trip. And I think they're going to set it up. I think they'll set up something at the beginning of Endgame then in the theater you're gonna be like, oh fuck, Homecoming takes place before this.
Or
Or
Far
not
From
Homecoming.
Home.
Far From Home takes place before this.
Interesting.
I might be wrong.
You mean
but
they're
I
gonna?
think-
What, they would have to say he just got back from his European trip at the beginning of the last movie because again, spoilers: Peter fucking dusted at the end of the last movie.
But they just didn't mention it. But it would be fun. Like they could easily just have some reference where they're like, oh, and Peter's gone and he was just in Europe.
They are doing that
'Cause maybe they
research.
didn't- I think that'd be interesting.
Because I think it skips ahead, and then there's all this research that they have done so far to
Yeah.
find out who's quote unquote missing. You know what I mean? Because they don't know who
Oh yeah,
got
there's some
dusted.
Photoshop scenes where you can tell that there was somebody else in them and stuff, right?
Or yeah, like they edited some people out.
Oh, I thought you meant the Avengers were researching who was missing in the film itself, and I was like, "What are they researching?" Tony watched Peter turn into dust and blow away.
But Tony's not
what
there.
kind of research do they need?
That's what I'm saying. Tony's not there.
Okay,
You know how
fine.
or like Nick Fury, they didn't see him get dusted, or they showed in the trailer with all of the faces, and they show like Ant-Man, and then they show all these other people. So they could be like talking about like, oh, poor Peter, young kid. You know, he was.
Well, it would be so easy if what's her name, Aunt May.
Yeah.
They could like have a scene where they talk to her and she's like, yeah, and he just got back from this trip, and then in the theater, 10 minutes into the movie, we're all like, oh fuck,
Are you trying to suggest? Are you like hoping that Spider-Man stays dead forever? Is this what you're getting at?
I don't.
Like you hope that they do Far From Home.
When I watch the movie,
Why are we applauding that?
You don't like Spider-Man?
when I watch the movie,
Okay, fuck off.
going forward, like right
Homecoming was
now,
the best
I know they're gonna all get out of it no matter what, probably. But right now,
No, someone's gonna die.
I'm of the impression that Spider-Man for sure is gonna get out of it. If in the first couple minutes of the movie they throw that up in the air by saying that the sequel that hasn't come out yet is gonna happen before this,
I see what.
then
okay,
I'm
yes,
still in the
fine,
dark and
fine,
I'm like,
Right.
ooh.
fine.
There's
Yeah.
there's a lot to unpack there
If
because
they indicate that
Yeah.
sequel does not mean he's coming back to
Right.
life,
Yeah.
even though
Brandon,
he's definitely coming back to
what
life.
do you think happens after Endgame? When are we getting X-Men? Give me your X-Men in the MCU. What is your version of the X-Men? And who do you cast?
I don't know. I want Fantastic Four to stay out because I think I've said this on this show before. I love that the Human Torch has basically functioned as a audition for a real Marvel role.
yeah.
Because both Michael B. Jordan and Chris Evans did the Human Torch,
that's
and then they got
hilarious.
into a real Marvel movie.
I never
so
pieced that together.
yeah, I like him as like a stepping stone hero. So I want them to stay out. But if I put the X-Men in it, I don't know. I mean, they've done so much with X-Men, and they did them old, and they did them young, and they did them in the black uniforms and the blue uniforms, and they've done so many things. They did naked Mystique, they did clothing Mystique. Like
Yeah.
that was for clothing Mystique, right?
Yeah. I like
Well,
those
no,
outfits.
So
Patrick-
much better when she puts on a shirt.
Patrick's just a fan of fashion.
Yeah. You know that about me.
He's a big fashion
I'm like,
guy.
is that a jacket?
Yeah. Oh, the sound effect.
Yeah.
Was perfect, and you should do it every
Oh
time.
yeah. It's good. People like that in their
Never
ear.
stop
Yeah.
doing it.
Yeah.
It's a lot to look at,
So
too.
you think? Do you think it'll be?
No, so if they put in X-Men, I would love to see them put in like some other X-Men. There are so many X-Men, and like I think
That's
that like
true.
it's time that they just start getting off the main. Like I want who I really want and who has been teased as coming in is Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel.
Yeah. That's,
Oh, yeah.
that's
People
gonna
said
be
she's going to be in Endgame,
good. There's gonna be. I think there's
Maybe.
gonna be a lot of new faces.
or maybe it's at the end. The post-credit scene is like
God.
now we're training new Avengers, and it's like Kamala Khan, Miles Morales, Amadeus Cho.
But
You know
yeah,
the people
yeah.
of color that they've put in.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
were once they've
They'll
reached
give them the post-credit sequence.
Yeah, they'll give the diversity quotient, in
Right at the end there.
Right at the end. I do want to see a bunch of stuff. My thing, I would love to see.
But there's a shit ton of X-Men out there,
I would love to see Secret
like
Wars.
Psylocke.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, Secret Wars.
I would love to see Secret Wars, and that's how they introduce. Like all of a sudden, they get yanked by this like super.
Is
strong-
Secret Wars the one where they go to the different planets and the battle worlds and all that?
Battle World?
That
Yeah.
just, I mean,
it's super cheating.
Yeah. Well, no offense to the movie going audience, that just seems like a lot.
Yeah.
That seems like a really a lot. But then again, people have been following this shit.
If you would have told when Iron Man came out,
True,
if you would have told
said,
them
like in however many years,
you're gonna
like,
watch 22 movies and
Yep.
you're gonna be on board for every single one,
and like
Yeah.
totally non-comic people are going to be deeply invested.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have been like,
Black
no.
Panther's going to be a huge. Black Panther is going to be a huge deal, and in 2008, people would be like, "What?" Yeah,
Guardians of Galaxy 2 is going to be somebody's favorite MCU movie.
yeah, exactly. And you tell
Never
that to
would've
somebody
believed
in 2008.
Sorry, do you know what I really want the most out of anything? I want a Jessica Jones, Peter Parker buddy cop series.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I want.
yeah.
High school chipper Peter Parker with like hardened whiskey drinking Jessica Jones.
That'd be cool.
And
Yeah.
then
That is the show that I want.
I want to. It has to be rated mature. It has to be like
Yeah,
an
no,
adult
it
show.
has to be full Jessica Jones, but Peter Parker's still there, just like
he's just
hey,
like
I built
freaking
this
out.
thing for you, and she's like, great, whatever, kid.
And there has to be a scene where he just walks in and then like you don't have to show it, but Peter has to catch like Luke Cage just railing Jessica Jones and then just having a moment of like addressing like, oh, this is an adult
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. What have I gotten myself into?
It's like when Happy's hitting on May and he's just like, what just happened? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, what's happening?
Maybe he's a senior in high school at this point.
Yeah.
He's a little older.
Make him
and He's
18.
at least 18, so
Yeah.
it's not weird that he walks in.
Yeah. Or,
Yeah.
or when
Legally
he's in
speaking.
college and he has like a college job.
But he's still like very happy,
Yeah.
but with Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
And
I
she's
dig
still
that.
like, yeah, that's the show that I want. That's like where I want the Marvel universe to go.
I saw her on the subway once, that actress.
Sure.
And she
Jessica
just-
Jones?
What's her, the actress? Though?
Kristen Ritter.
Kristen Ritter. I saw her and she just looked so much like her that it was just like, fuck, she's miserable and also probably a superhero.
She has that. She has
Yeah.
like
Do
arresting.
you say that somebody looks like themselves?
I mean, like
Like I saw Kristen Ritter. She looks so much like Kristen
No,
Ritter.
no,
It was
no.
out of control.
But like, if you see like an act, like if you see what's her name, Captain Marvel. In
Oh, Brie
public,
Larson,
She just
yeah.
looks like a human, like a person.
Right.
But like,
You mean Kristen Ritter
she
always
looked
looks like
goth
Jessica
and
Jones.
upset and pissed,
Okay, yeah.
and
Yeah.
like she might have just been in a fist fight. And
Like
yeah.
she just walked in her own wardrobe and
had-
they're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
nailed
yeah.
it. You
Yeah.
know, like perfect.
It was
Don't
crazy.
change
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
This is my jacket and scarf. You know, like
And then I
all the
started thinking
wardrobe
about-
is just her actual closet.
You say jacket.
it's like when I work background in something and they tell you just to bring clothes and then you show like you bring like 300 different things and they're like, oh, what you're wearing's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like, fuck. I carried this shit on the train.
Yeah.
Mike, can we go back real quick to something you said earlier in the show?
Yes.
You said you worked at Blockbuster and there were a lot of people who were stereotypes when that was still allowed.
well,
What do you mean by
what
that?
I mean by that is
Canceled.
no, yeah. No, I think in the last 20 years, it's been very easy for people to just be more than one thing. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Oh, you mean
The-
back when you were allowed to just be a thing and
yeah,
that was it? Okay.
You were
all right, all
a
right.
jock, or
Yeah.
you were a nerd, or you were
Sure.
a movie you were,
Okay.
you know, like,
Okay.
like Dawson's Creek. Dawson is literally a movie guy, and that's his entire world, and he wants to meet Spielberg and all that shit. You know what I mean? Like, huh?
I thought it was by.
Don't worry about it.
Just
It's like white people stuff.
No, I'm just saying like that's like, you know how like when people say, oh, like weed comics, right? You can't
Yeah.
just your weed can't be your entire personality. Back then it could.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you could just have your entire personality.
including in real life.
Yeah.
You're saying okay, all right.
Like, and I
I
was
thought you were saying
yeah.
people aren't allowed to be stereotypes anymore.
You're
Like if someone has a too stereotypical personality, everyone's like, stop.
I think people are a lot more willing to embrace that you're still a person, but also you really like anime or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like also you really like, you know, you're a fashion person or
Yeah.
you know, like whatever your one thing is, you're allowed to be that and
Yeah,
also a
fashion
person.
Yeah, you've
Yeah.
been bringing up fashion a lot,
Patrick,
buddy.
fashion
Patrick
plate
loves
of
fashion.
Iowa.
Yeah, right, dude.
Yeah.
I wear this hoodie and hat every day.
Did you see Captain Marvel?
Loved it.
You know the scene where they changed the suit? They do all
Yeah.
different suit colors?
I love
that
it.
was right for
Good
you.
scene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fashion
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
And it was on a farm.
It was
I
a
think?
little girl
Yeah, yeah.
fashion dress up
You ever see
extravaganza.
that movie, The Room? Same actress, different movie.
Brendan,
You're thinking of Room.
No, I'm talking about the one with the bad actor. What's that called? God damn it.
yeah, Brie Larson is
Brie Larson
in
is
the room.
in the background of
Yeah,
that
yeah,
room.
yeah. Oh, hi, Brie. Do you know your Blockbuster number?
Yeah, 2212389000122.
2060840848.
You had to type that shit in 9,000 times
Yeah.
a day. It's
Yeah,
never
yeah.
not in my brain.
Do you know yours?
What is no, I feel like Peter Parker watching.
We both
Happy
worked at
and May flirt.
Blockbuster.
Like, what just happened?
Fuck all that. Are
You
you ready
guys
to
gonna
make a tough
kiss?
decision?
Yeah.
You have to choose between. Ooh, this might be
What the
interesting.
fuck was that number? Nobody knows what that number was except for them.
My Blockbuster ID number.
ID number.
Yeah,
Okay.
Blockbuster card. Membership card.
Yeah, technically.
No,
my
I don't
soch.
know. I
I
don't
just gave
know
it out.
mine. I was
My social
8.
682. Yeah. You have to choose between.
Sorry, wait, real quick. There were 17 of these hoes.
There were 17. Yeah.
Avengers?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And I
A
didn't put no villains yet. You have to choose between.
Did you include Shuri?
Shuri is not on the list. But the
All right,
Winter
sorry,
Soldier,
Winter
Bucky,
Soldier.
the Winter Soldier
Oh.
versus Doctor Strange.
Oh, Bucky.
Wow, really? That
Whoa.
fast?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme, Master
fine.
of the Mystic Arts.
Fine.
Wong by
Fine.
proxy.
Fine.
Okay.
I don't love Bucky either.
Walk me
but
through
he's
your decision. Walk me through your choice. What makes one better than the other?
Doctor Strange, though, it sounds like.
I didn't really like Doctor Strange.
As a character? Oh, you talking about versus the movie?
No. The movie, him as a character, like his cape is better than he is.
Fair, yeah.
He does some good hand signs. I've seen really cool cosplay where people have spinning LEDs, but like him as a character, I was always just kind of like, okay. His face blurs weirdly. Bucky's got drama.
Yeah. He wanted those plums so bad, and then he couldn't get them.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more attached to Bucky via the incorrect Marvel Twitter account where he and Steve are boyfriends. So I'm also pulling that in.
Fair enough. You're bringing the slash fiction into this.
Yeah, and they set Bucky up. I don't know. He's in Wakanda at the end of Black Panther, and they call him the White Wolf. So I feel like there's something cool coming up for him.
Yeah.
But he has a robotic arm. He was brainwashed. There's so much more going on there.
There's a lot there.
Doctor Strange was a doctor, and now he knows how to do magic.
He is the sorcerer. Look, I'm not going to argue with you. It's your choice. You get to pick it. The person in that seat gets to choose.
I chose.
And you chose.
Doctor Strange is dust now.
You've just dusted Doctor Strange. What would you like to promote before you go?
Spring break as a concept, because I am on spring break as a high school teacher right now.
Fuck yeah.
And it is very exciting. And finally, actually, no, I would like to promote my bank, Municipal Credit Union, also known as MCU.
Whoa!
I have a debit
Ladies
card
and
on my
gentlemen,
wallet that says
this
MCU
episode
in
of
big
Unsung
letters.
Heroes is brought to you by Municipal Credit Union.
Nice.
Do your banking the
Need to be a
Marvel
city
way.
employee
Your
to bank
father's
there.
bank, your
Ladies and
grandfather's
gentlemen.
bank, and your bank.
A round of applause for Brandon Gillen. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, give it up for AJ Thompson. What's up? AJ, you have some thoughts?
Yes, I can explain my Spider-Man feelings.
You have some emotional outbursts to certain things.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2, tell us about that.
Yeah.
You know,
Walk
this
us
is the
through that
thing.
decision.
You ever have like a feeling about your father and you're just like, yeah, this is it right here. And that's why. You didn't see it, right?
No, I haven't seen it. His dad's made of stars, though.
Yeah, his dad's a dick.
I'm
It
aware of
doesn't
that.
matter.
His dad is the monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
yeah.
He's full of stars.
But it made me go, I love my father, and I'm glad he wasn't this asshole. Like, it made me
Oh,
really
it wasn't like you watched it and you were like, finally someone understands my father. You
No,
were like,
no,
by
no.
contrast,
Yes.
my dad.
is an
out
amazing
looking
person.
good.
He didn't fucking
Did you
give
cry?
my mom cancer.
Counterpoint.
Did you cry at the Yondu scene?
Yondu, oh my God. And then son of a bitch, I did cry at Yondu, yes.
I got emotional at
I did
when
cry.
they came and then there's like the fireworks.
Yeah.
What is it called? The stars of whatever.
Yeah, when they blowing the shit up.
Yeah, it's just space
fireworks.
jargon. Yeah, fireworks.
But then I was very upset because Sylvester Stallone showed up, and I hadn't seen Guardians until after the Me Too stuff had happened. So I found out about
Are you
Sylvester
gonna Toby
Stallone.
Nelson us right now? Are you gonna something about Stallone?
You don't know about Stallone?
He raped somebody.
Him and his bodyguard pressed like a teenager down somewhere. Allegedly, I gotta say allegedly.
Allegedly. Oh
Allegedly,
no.
yeah, it was. So I was like, get him off of my screen. I'm having a moment about Yondu. Oh God.
Wait.
I can't
Aw,
believe
man.
this.
Now I have to address my feelings for Sly Stallone.
Yeah, it wasn't a good
Was
moment.
Glenn Close in it again? Was she in the first one?
Glenn
Wasn't
Close
that
was
who
in the
that
first one.
Yeah.
She's Nova
Was she in it
Prime
again?
or whatever it is.
She makes maybe a small appearance. It's because
That's
they
one of those moments where she shows up and you're like, whoa, this movie has Glenn Close in it?
yeah, she was in there
That's the
slightly.
MCU's like, man,
Yeah.
like John C. Reilly's in the first one, and it's like, and he's in the second one for a minute.
He's a bunch of.
But like, imagine like you get to
Oh, yeah,
like
he's
be
also in Guardians.
like imagine like my level of background work, the amount of work that goes into like one day of shooting, but they're Glenn Close and they get a trailer and they just got to hang out and be in an MCU movie for like an hour.
Yeah,
It's great.
that's what I would do if I had the most Oscar nominations without any wins.
Yeah.
So that was that.
Like, really? That's her. That's her
That's her
record.
thing. She has the
Oosh.
record now. She did it this
just
year.
that moment. That moment where Yondu gets the salute from his old homies.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was truly.
That was
I
a good
like,
one. What? Let's
As the father figure, save Pete. It was
yeah. I'm
It
Mary
really did it
Poppins,
for you.
y'all.
like that. Was I was like, that's a good father.
Where do you? So let's speculate wildly on what you think is going to happen in terms
yeah.
of Endgame.
Okay, let's speculate.
Make some claims, bold statements.
bold statements. I bet 2 black people make it out of this alive.
Two.
Just two. I don't
There's
know
only-
which 2, but only 2.
Which
Wait,
ones?
I was gonna say there's only 3, but there's like everybody.
There's also all of Wakanda.
Yeah, it's like all of Wakanda and like the guard.
We'll see. I don't fucking know. No, that's not one of my guesses is that I did like the way. Yeah, let's say fucking they'll just reverse time and then split up the other people. Yeah, because I don't. Yeah, it's just kind of boring if you just bring everybody back, right?
Yeah.
They gotta still kind
there's
of
got to be a way.
drama, right?
Yeah, they
so I
can't just
guess-
undo it.
So they got rid of all the young people. They got to bring back all the young people and kill all the old people. Yeah,
Right.
it makes sense.
Every-
It does make sense.
I predict that everyone whose contract is running out is gonna die.
Is
You know
gonna
what I mean?
die,
Like
yeah.
they're
What if they do it like where they elect to die and give their life? Like Iron Man's like, I will die and bring Peter back.
okay. So I genuinely had a theory about that. Or this is not fucking around. Where
I
I
was being
think
genuine.
there's going to be a moment where remember how when Captain America says we don't trade lives, they're straight up going to trade lives because you know how Captain America will say one
He's
thing and
the-
then the whole movie is like fuck you,
know
Captain
what really
America.
bothers me about Captain America? Bucky doesn't have a little notebook of shit he didn't remember the whole time was happening. What
Yes.
the fuck is he doing? I don't like. He
He
got.
wants plums. He's just there making plum.
He's not
things.
like. All right, so we say what's cool. Like I don't know what's the phrase that we say now that what's popping. He wasn't like, oh, what's popping. All right, so when I do my evil bad guy shit that I'm brainwashed with, what's popping?
Yeah.
Fucking Captain America's walking around with his little notebook like, oh, is that a thing? Fucking what's this TV show? Laverne and Shirley. I don't know about that. Like, fuck
That's
you.
because Captain America's lawful and Bucky's chaotic. Bucky doesn't
that
give
is-
a fuck what people say anymore.
Yeah.
guess.
Bucky is
He
also
has a robot arm.
That
But
is
Bucky
fair.
also has been awake for longer. They put him on ice and on stuff, but he's had moments where he's popped up.
Yeah, but not enough to see TV.
You don't think he had downtime in between
He
assassination
was busy
missions?
murdering Tony Stark's parents.
Yeah, but you don't think that afterwards he didn't watch like Family Matters or something? You know,
I
like
don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
maybe.
But I
Every
don't
time they
think-
want him back, they're like, shit, we got to find him again.
Yeah.
He's just standing in front of a TV store.
yeah.
He's just like, oh, what happened to that Crystal Pepsi? And they're like, oh, we had to get rid of that, buddy. I don't know.
Like he woke up and like afterwards he's like, oh man, I can't wait to get a nice ice cold surge.
Ew.
Yeah.
Zima. Oh, they got rid of that. Like, what?
Those were the 2 drinks in succession that I was like, Surge. And then after you said Surge, I was like, Zima.
Are you doing this with your mind, Brendan?
Yes.
Are you doing it? You're Doctor
I'm going to
Stranging
cry
us.
just like Patrick.
What do you think is going to happen after Endgame? What are we getting from all of the stuff they bought from 20th Century Fox?
So,
I would like to keep them separate for a minute. Like I would like to see Fantastic Four separate, do like have its own little world, and then bring it together.
honestly, so I only care about the Fantastic Four in so much as I want my favorite thing that I've ever heard happen in a comic book to happen.
Johnny Storm died for real?
No, Luke Cage chases Doctor Doom down for $200.
Oh, sure, for
owed
real?
him- Doctor Doom hires Luke Cage to catch 2 robots for him. Luke Cage catches the 2 robots, and then Doctor Doom stiffs him on the $200. Doctor Doom steals the Fantastic Four's invisible jet, flies to Latveria, and whoops everybody's ass on the way to Doctor Doom for his $200. Some other villain shows up to fight Doctor Doom. He beats his ass. He's like, this motherfucker owes me $200. No
Are
one
you
is touching
serious?
him.
I
This is
would-
the greatest thing I've ever heard happen in a comic book, and it's the only reason why I want the Fantastic Four to happen in the MCU.
I
so
want that
Luke Cage
so
Christmas,
bad now.
that's good.
I
Yeah.
want my money, honey. He kicks in the door and says it. And I said, God damn, these white people are terrible at writing lines. But this is the coolest fucking story ever.
I cannot tell you how much I want that to happen now. I did not know that was a thing.
Oh, I told that story to a friend of mine. He went online and bought the comics that happened in that 2 minutes after I said that shit.
And then he beats up Doctor Doom.
He doesn't beat up Dr. Doom because Dr. Doom was like, all right, I get it. You want your $200.
You're
You beat
the
up that
leader.
guy,
You're like
I
a-
will give you $200.
You're the dictator. You have $200.
He was like, I'm evil. I'm not gonna pay you because I said I was gonna pay you. And he was like, and he beat up everybody. He's like, all right, fine.
Give me
Here's a little
$200.
Luke Cage don't play that.
He does not play,
Do
and
you-
I just want to see that.
I'm with you. Yes, but Kevin
and
Feige,
do
if
you-
you're listening,
Do you want that
leader-
as a standalone movie or as like an 8-part series?
Oh, that
like,
could
do you
be
want
it.
this to go on for
We could make that an 8-part series. Just the most random. Because I said he stole the Fantastic Four's invisible jet. I don't know where the fuck. How do you steal an invisible jet?
Yeah.
I don't even
with
know
the
where
invisible
fuck-
keys.
I guess so.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
There's no invisible car alarm on it or nothing.
Part of me wants to see it like done Police Squad style, where it's happening in the background.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like when all of a sudden you just see like Luke Cage walking around back there, just like beating the shit out of people. Meanwhile, the Fantastic Four is doing science, and then all of a sudden like you just see like a giant black man just sitting in an invisible jet and just like levitate away.
Oh my God, it would be the greatest moment of my. That's the only thing I need to see
I'm for it.
happen in a visual medium.
Now, are you ready to make a difficult decision? This
Yeah,
might be
sure.
the hardest one we've had so far.
Go ahead, give me.
You
the
have to choose
choices.
between Captain Marvel
Okay.
and Hawkeye.
Are you serious?
Walk me through it. Walk me through it.
Oh my
Pretend like
God.
that's a difficult decision.
I'm so sorry, Hawkeye's family, that I guess we saw twice, that nobody cares about. Fucking
But his wife
Captain Marvel.
supports his avenging.
Oh my
Said it
God.
in the movie. It's my favorite line.
I know, right? Ellen is. I love Ellen Page.
You know I support your avenging.
No, Linda Cardellini.
Oh, it's Linda. Damn, they look the same though. You know they look the
Kinda.
same. Yeah.
No, I've been in love with Linda Cardellini since Freaks and Geeks days.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna say Scooby Doo. That was
Okay,
mine.
so you're dusting Hawkeye.
Yeah, I'm Dustin Hawkeye.
You're Dustin Hoffman.
That's why.
And
that's why I was like, fucking ScarJo. Why are we getting like? Why is she even in the same? They're so late. I remember watching.
she's one of the original 6 Avengers.
I remember watching the first Avengers and going, fucking Cap. All 3 of these motherfuckers are useless, but Cap's the most not useless, I guess, because he has superpowers. Technically, you don't want to have technical superpowers. It's technically.
No, she's so good though. She dominates a lot of the sequels. Iron Man 2, Captain America 2. Like she's.
And then she's like, Hulk,
Yeah.
oh my God, we
She's-
should be in an on again, off again thing, I guess, whatever, because we
Yeah.
need love stories in this for some reason. Who the
I
fuck?
genuinely
Don't
no.
even get me
She's
started on Scarlet Witch.
she's
Oh my God. I
awesome.
wish you would have gave me her. I'd have killed her ass real fast. What happened to her Russian accent? Anyway,
Also, what happened to her being like the most powerful being?
what happened?
You know?
Indeed. She was so strong.
She dusted all the mutants in one timeline.
Yes, the House
was
of M,
Black
right?
Widow.
No.
No,
Oh,
Scarlet Witch.
They
I'm
made
sorry.
Scarlet Witch just like light
She
up
was just like, no more
telekinesis.
mutants. And then
Yeah.
there were no more mutants.
Chaos
She-
magic. She did whatever the fuck she wanted.
She rewrote
Yeah.
all of existence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I no. That the thing is that
She
they can't.
Thanos before Thanos was ever Thanos.
Right,
Yeah.
but they can't do. She's stronger, I think.
Actually, what, John?
And then she was trying to fuck.
Fucking nerd.
And then she spent a whole. And she spent a whole movie trying to fuck a robot for some reason. Why?
The robot has better. He can manifest whatever dick he wants,
I
or a vagina. He
guess.
can do whatever he
Don't
wants.
discount
But
that.
she was really like, I won't kill this robot to save the rest of
They
them.
use paprika in their
they
lovemaking.
also-
So infuriated.
Wasn't it something about her energy signature was in the robot stone and they had
Yeah.
a whole.
Yeah.
You know,
I will say
guess.
they were created by the same thing, the Mind Stone that was in the scepter. But also, she's way stronger than people. Than I think they realized at this point, because she was holding Thanos off with 5 fucking Infinity Stones, and she was holding him back so that she could destroy the Mind Stone.
I guess, but so was Captain America for a second. Fucking
There's a whole thing about him. Yeah, there's a whole thing about Captain America being able to do that.
Yeah, but you see-
again,
worked out.
technical superpowers.
Yeah.
Technically.
because the glove thought him worthy the same way
Yeah.
Thor's hammer is worthy.
Yeah,
and it was,
fucking
yeah.
what? Technical
Wait, what do you mean
ass.
technical? Just because he's like really buff, but it's like from a serum?
Yeah, and he's like a good guy. Like he's a
Yeah.
good guy. You know, like
His
fucking,
power,
yeah.
he's Mati from Captain Planet. He's got the
Yeah.
power of heart.
Yeah.
But also like
That's a
ripped
good power.
pecs. You know, he's awesome.
technically
Just like Mati.
Just like Mati.
But I wanted to say, my Spider-Man, it wasn't beef with Spider-Man
Okay.
technically. It's beef with Spider-Man fans because they're the same as Batman fans, and I hate Batman. So, like, fuck that is what. All right, you want me to root
No,
for the
no,
rich
no, we
guy
don't
who
have time
beats
for
up
this.
poor
We
people
don't
in
have
the
time for this
fucking
shit.
back alley?
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
out of here. I'm not rooting for that
Why
motherfucker.
can't you root for a troubled high schooler who just likes science but has to save
It's his
neighborhood?
fans. It's his fans. It's not him.
I
Yeah.
like Spider-Man.
He's fine. It's just his fans are Batman fans.
I'm glad we
I don't
established that the fans of Spider-Man are terrible in your eyes.
know. Yeah.
Okay.
They don't want to do better for themselves because they're like, Peter doesn't have to. I don't want to.
What?
What? Peter definitely has to. Great power, great responsibility.
I know, and
Holds
they don't
down all
learn
the
that
jobs.
lesson. They don't
I
learn
don't
that
understand.
lesson.
Spider-Man is a role model.
Yeah.
Also, I want CGI Miles Morales to pop up in this movie.
Oh, you want Spider-Verse
Spider-Verse to just
Morales.
crash into the real meat
Hell
space.
yeah.
Yeah. Also Spider-Gwen.
AJ, what would you like to promote before you go?
I don't know, the Creek in the Cave.
The Creek in the
1093
Cave in Long
Jackson
Island City,
Avenue.
Queens.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Follow me at AJ the Humorist on Instagram and Twitter.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for AJ Thompson. Coming up next, a round of applause. Is he in here? Ryan Papazian. Ryan.
Yeah, it's hot on here with these lights. Grab that shit.
What is happening?
I don't know where my beer is.
What's up?
All right, what's up, man? We're talking about fucking Marvel. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, we're diving into the MCU. What is your frame of reference for what's happening in Endgame? Are you aware? Are you aware of the lead up, Infinity War, etc.?
Okay. The last Marvel movie I saw was Venom.
I thought you were going to say Blade, and I was going to be like, yes.
No, Venom.
If you follow me on Twitter, I will be happily repost my whole Blade Punisher idea that I had that they completely ignored. Ignored. Blade and Wolverine in the comics, right? Yeah. No, I'm talking about I wanted the next Netflix series to be Blade, but whatever.
Wesley's too old, and he won't let nobody else do it.
But it would be young Blade, 1970s New York Blade. That's why I wrote
Dude,
it.
it's all CGI anyway. It's like, dude, you can be like 100 years old and still be like, there he is. And then they just like have his face and they put like a fake body on him.
Yeah,
Sure.
They should CGI Wesley.
Yeah, CGI.
Like what they did with
Wesley Snipes'
Arnold
body.
Schwarzenegger in the Terminator movies. Yeah. What you saw Venom was the last one you saw.
Yeah, the last one I saw, yeah.
Can you somehow force Venom to make sense in the world that it already exists? Because technically they said it's in the same world as Spider-Man.
You can explain it because
I don't even know.
anybody care about Venom spoilers? I didn't see that one. What happened?
Dude, Venom, man, okay, as a kid, here's the thing. As a kid, like when everyone's getting like action figures, like, oh, Spider-Man, I thought Venom was the fucking coolest character. And then I saw the movie. I was like, dude, I hate this guy. Like, I hated the character. I don't know. It's like this weird, like,
him and Carnage.
Yeah, it's almost like he was a guy. He's like this jock who got like beat up in the locker room shower, and then he's just like embarrassed. Like he's just like can't talk, and he's just like I don't know. It's just very weird. It's like a very
Is it
weird
Eddie or is it somebody else?
Eddie, yeah, but like he's just like this guy who's like can't make eye contact with people.
It's Tom Hardy, and he's doing another unintelligible voice. Like for Bane, it was hard to understand him, and then now he's got he's got like a marble mouth fucking situation as Eddie Brock.
Yeah, Brock,
but then when they have him as Venom, there's like a weird vocal effect on it. So it's like, motherfucker, speak clearly.
There's like 3 different Venoms. They couldn't have just made him somebody else.
Yeah, they could have done a million other things, but that's what they chose to do, and it was fucking not. It was the best '90s Venom movie I've ever seen. It's a '90s action movie. That's what it was. It was like if Spawn had better effects in my. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man,
it felt.
When is he gonna be in the MCU? That's just for me.
Well,
Michael J. White, he's great.
Todd McFarlane made a movie, and it's going to be Spawn, but Spawn's like it's called Spawn Undead or something like that. It's based on a graphic novel where he's like a ghost, and he kind of fucks with people's heads, and then they end up like killing themselves because they're evil. It's bonkers.
It sounds like a DC movie.
It's super dark. But I'm gonna watch that too. I fucking love Spawn. Right? Do you have? Let's speculate wildly. What do you think is gonna happen in this movie?
All right. Well, the world is supposed to end every time in these movies, so I'm guessing the world's going to end again.
Universe.
But then these guys stop it. See, I'm not. This is the thing. I've seen a lot of these movies. I'm trying to remember. It just always kind of follows the same arc in a way. But so I don't know. I'm the person who, if people are like, I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, I'm like, I'm right there with you. I'm trying to figure it out too. And I just wanted to do this. But
I will say I haven't seen the Spider-Man movies, but I will say it's just his neighborhood. He's trying to save a lot. So that's a fun one. It's lower stakes if you're interested in that. There you go.
Yeah, once you get super cosmic, it's hard to like feel like it's important. You're like, oh no, a planet is going to get destroyed. It's like, didn't they just destroy a whole other planet like an hour ago?
They did.
Yeah, but with Spider-Man, you're like, oh no, this Queens neighborhood. You know,
Yeah, I like that.
the bodega.
bodega.
They totally like, yeah.
The dude that sells the cheap Lucy's. You don't want him to disappear.
Yeah,
Like
that's-
if someone
come on.
bombed my bodega, I'd be distraught. I'd be like,
Yeah.
holy shit, that's
Dude,
crazy.
there's nothing in
safe
my
no more,
neighborhood.
so-
Dude, if they took away my bodega, I don't know what I would do. I'd probably just like wither away in my room, just like give me some water
Like
to
Thanos
survive.
snapped
Yeah.
you.
Dude, I'm living off falafels, and it's I don't know how I'm doing, but
Gotta get that chicken over rice, man. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I know, but okay. By the way, you know you're clapping. I did chicken over rice for the first year and a half, and now I'm switching to falafel.
Oh,
over
okay.
rice.
I get. Look, you got to change it up a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I for a long time. Well, because I'm doing no carb now, I still think it's kind of healthy to do lamb over salad and no rice. And I'm like, this is fine. This
Yeah.
is perfectly healthy. Meanwhile, like acid
Dude,
reflux
what
is
that shit?
destroying
That
my
is not
world.
lamb. I don't know what the fuck that is. It's like
It's
a
lamb
large.
bits. It's bits of
Dude, it looks
lamb.
like dog food. It looks like what I like. It's like this weird. I don't know.
They-
I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I've opened the can of the wet dog food and I'll be like, this looks like
But-
good chili. This
But
I could eat this.
They did falafel at the end of the first Avengers, though.
They did the shawarma. Yeah, they did the.
Oh, shawarma.
They
Damn.
did shawarma, yeah.
I tried.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
tried.
What?
Trying to bring it back.
Do you, so you know that the X-Men and the Fantastic Four are coming. They got them. They bought the rights from because Disney owns everything now.
Yeah.
So they bought the rights to
Fucking Walt Disney.
X-Men and Fantastic Four. The
And
only
then
thing they
Star
don't have
Wars.
full
Wait, Star Wars too, right?
and they on Star Wars. Yeah, I'd be great if they're like Guardians of the Galaxy are flying by and then you just see like the Millennium Falcon just whoop.
Patton Oswalt. He called it
Yeah.
years ago.
That's
Yeah.
one of the best clips of fucking anything. The
Anything
unedited rant that he goes on. It's
Mhm.
fucking great.
Filibuster.
What do you think is going to happen? How do they bring him in?
How they bring in what X-Men and fucking
Star Wars.
Yeah, as a non-watcher of these movies, how do you think they're going to tie it all together?
And Mickey Mouse.
Yeah,
And Sora from Kingdom Hearts. All right.
that'll be how they do it. I'll be honest with you, they could totally
it's
do it.
always it's always no. Okay, I'm not gonna like be like the guy who's like "It always does it," but there's always like an evil entity where they're like, for some reason he's so evil that like other people from like another planet are like, what the fuck is that guy doing? And then kind of like how we joined in World War II, like how Hitler was so bad that like the United States was like, we're not gonna join this shit. And then yeah, well then it was also Japan and
Wait,
and,
no, yeah, that
So I feel
analogy.
like there's-
I want to
It's
hear
more
that analogy
nuanced than
fall
that, but I
apart
would
in real
like to hear
time.
the rest of
Yeah.
it, certainly.
No, but I understand what you're saying. Like you just you're like it's formulaic at this point.
No,
Bad guy, we got to fight the universal evil. Blah blah
yeah,
blah.
the universal. But I always feel like it's just like something that's so bad that like if it's not that bad, then it's like okay, well he can take care of it. But if it's something that's so bad, then they're like okay, well we got to pull in the reinforcements and do that. I
Well,
shouldn't have been here tonight. Actually, I should have. No, no.
I mean, I agree with you, but
Yeah.
why do you think? Why do you think you should? No. But what? So,
Thanos.
so let's do this. As someone who doesn't know what's going on, are you ready to make a difficult decision?
Hell yeah, dude. I
Hell
can't
yeah,
wait
let's
to,
chop
I
some
can't
heads.
wait to get people just so upset.
Yeah, because again, this was assigned randomly.
I don't believe you anymore.
Do not at me. You have to choose, and I 100%. I just typed
It'd
the
be so
names
funny
in.
if it's like the two people I know, and then but like out of
Yeah,
probably will
because
be.
guess what? You have to choose between Iron Man and Spider-Man.
Wow.
Yeah, one of them is out.
Just like Thanos.
I did not assign this.
Who hurt you, Mike?
I feel like
The,
would you guys like kick the shit out of me if I'm like who are these guys?
It's called Brackalope. The app is full
I just
of evil.
wouldn't believe you.
no, yeah, you wouldn't believe that. You're like, dude,
No.
what have you been living? Yeah, in a basement. And it's like,
Look, personally, I would not have done that because I feel like it's a bad move
It's
to
a
put it
weird
this early.
seed.
Yeah,
You can't put Iron and Spider. The Iron Spider. You can't do that. Come on.
mash
now.
them all together. But again, you can substitute Ant-Man for any of these people.
Okay, well,
if you want.
actually, Ant-Man is one I like genuinely. I haven't seen the movie. I just hate that idea. I don't know why. I just fucking hate Ant-Man. I think Ant-Man is the most hated. Like I don't know why I hate that character so much.
You hate Ant-Man.
I hate
you
like
hate-
with a passion. I saw the trailer and I was like, this
Do you
movie.
hate Paul Rudd or do you hate?
Yeah, all of it.
Ant-Man?
All of Paul
Okay.
Rudd. I hate his family. I hate fucking his. I hate his kids. I hate Ant-Man. I hate all that shit.
So
I think
you're not
it's
a
the
Bona
dumbest
Jams
fucking
05
Ooh,
guy.
I get
Okay,
smaller.
that's fine.
It's just like, god damn, dude. I fucking hate
Whenever-
that whole concept.
Whenever
He
someone
can also
rails,
get bigger.
Yeah.
Whenever
Still
someone rails,
fucking stupid.
Whenever someone rails against a real person like that, I really hope that they're like listening to this podcast as like a way to connect with the local NYC. Yeah, this is a random. Let's look at this. And then now someone's like, "Fuck Paul Rudd." He's like, "Oh man,
Paul Rudd, dude. I don't know. That guy is just always like, ugh, ugh. Like he just that's all. That's like his everything he does. Every fucking movie he does.
all right,
I'm like, how
fine.
the-
We don't put
anyway.
Ant-Man in. You had to
Side note,
choose.
do you remember
Fuck
that
Ant-Man.
time Seth Rogen was in Donnie Darko? All right, continue.
Yeah.
Whatever. Sign over
Whatever.
there.
Seth
Do you remember
Rogen-
when Seth Rogen was Green Hornet?
Yeah, I try not to.
Remember that bullshit?
Yeah,
what?
no.
So who do you choose? Someone's got to go through to the next
all
round.
right, well, okay.
Iron Man or Spider-Man? Talk me through it.
Fuck Spider-Man. I like Iron Man's cool. I like Iron Man.
Oh no!
These Batman motherfuckers, man, he's the same as Iron Man. Truly.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
So moving on to the next round, Iron Man defeats Spider-Man. Holy shit!
Yeah, woo. Fuck.
If you're really sad, you
I'm
can
like
just
the heel
pretend
of this
it's.
podcast. Fuck all you
can
guys.
pretend
Ant-Man wins.
What's her name? Riri? You can pretend it's
Wait,
Riri.
you got to
really
promote
don't
something
like.
before you go, and then you're gonna be.
I got a show next week. Exactly 1 week, April 25th at
that's
the
my
late
birthday.
what?
That's my birthday.
Hey,
Look at that. So you can celebrate AJ Thompson's birthday, or you can
Get
come to
drunk.
my fucking show. I don't know. Whatever
do
you want to do.
both.
Yeah, do both.
And then follow you at Ryan Papazian on social media. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Ryan Papazian. Thank you, AJ. Coming up next, here we go. What do we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, Box the Devil himself, John Smith. Box the Devil.
Hi.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank
I like
you.
that. I want that to happen in places that are not unsung heroes.
It would genuinely freak me out.
Yeah.
It would scare me.
If you were just like walking in the street and someone was like, "Box the Devil," and the whole side of the street started.
That's what's gonna. I'm gonna get stabbed right after that happens.
Yeah, "Box the Devil," stab.
Because if that's happening, that means they listen to this show, and that scares me.
That they know it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
John, I
Yeah.
imagine you are up to date. Maybe
I'm
with-
so tired. Yeah.
you do. You know what's
so
going
exhausted. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I'm so excited for this because then, like, I can be released from it. You know,
on.
like.
Do you feel like you've been like cursed for the last 10 years that you have to like follow this?
And when the credits start rolling in Endgame, you're just gonna hear my death rattle as my soul finally is allowed to leave my body. It's gonna be like the end of Aladdin. You're free, genie. You're free. And then I like spin around.
And you're like, I can watch other movies.
I'm no longer fat. You know, like just like
Oh, yeah.
my life's just better. Like,
Yeah. Suddenly, for me, I imagine it like in Spaceballs when all of a sudden they turn the air back on and you're like, air. And you're like, freedom.
Yeah. No, I'm like. The thing is, I'm excited for it. I bought my tickets for it, and I actually am not. I'm avoiding trailers for it because I think I talked about it on the show. Is that I felt that like the trailers kind of really fucked up Captain Marvel for me.
Yeah, they
by like showing literally all the good moments.
Literally, like they spoiled Captain Marvel. I felt they're pretty good about not fucking things up too much, but I think because Captain Marvel wasn't the Russo brothers. They let somebody else do the promotion, or like Marvel was like, yeah, dude, because other people cut trailers.
Yeah.
They have no idea what's important in the story or not, and they just put like cool shit together. So that's why like the Russo brothers are like, no, we have very strict control over the trailers. That's why in Infinity War, there's that scene in the trailer of Hulk running in Wakanda, which I believe to be a scene that's going to happen in an Endgame. I think it's because they shot it all together.
Oh, yeah.
I think they used a scene from Endgame as
Maybe.
part of it as a mislead.
I'd be surprised if a lot of it takes place in Wakanda again.
I would be too. I think it's going to be like a quick cut
They've
of a
said
possible.
They've said they've
universe.
rendered shit just for the trailers to throw people off.
They
so.
are fucking with you. And I think in Captain Marvel, they were like just like classic trailer. Like some like gave it to a company. Like, yeah, fuck it, do it. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's speculate wildly as to how do you think Endgame is going to go?
Well, see, the thing is, like, I mean, you kind of made a joke about it earlier, which is just I think all the people whose contracts are ending are going to die.
Yes, but how?
But like all of their like, I don't think the MC like they have Black Panther still and Spider-Man. and Guardians, but I don't think that like there's not enough bigger personalities to like carry the next wave of it. I think. Like if Bucky's going to like take Bucky doesn't have a personality. His personality is not knowing who he is and making eyes at Captain.
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like that's literally all he does. He either doesn't know who he is or he stays in the background and like
I'm
looks
with you
sad
to the
at Captain
end of the
America.
line.
Yeah,
Suck. You know,
like
yeah.
that's not I'm not going to watch an entire movie of him just like doing whatever.
I would watch an entire movie of him without the arm trying to do like superhero stuff and forgetting he doesn't have the arm anymore.
I will say, one of the best moments of Infinity War is him meeting Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah,
that spin they do is very fun.
That whole fight scene, that moment, and then the arrival of Thor was like everyone in the theater was just like, rah! Like it was fucking
amazing.
And like everybody was on board with that.
Here's a real prediction for Endgame. It's gonna bum everybody out, but Stan Lee's cameo. It's gonna be a missing person's poster.
Oh no!
Yeah,
that he got dusted.
Yeah.
Ooh, that hurt my feelings a little bit. How dare you? How dare you?
Yeah, how dare I? That incredibly old man passed away.
Yeah, but I do love the idea now that they could have Deadpool be the new Stan Lee because they own the rights to Deadpool too. They own Deadpool.
I do not think Robert Downey Jr. is going to actually stop. I think he's just going to take a back seat so that he can end up being the next like Stan Lee cameo because people have that much attachment to him as Tony Stark.
He's super important.
And also he also gets a cut of the like box office of all of these because of like his contract is insane because
because he helped produce some of the first movies.
So like he is sure that, like I'm sure he will be absolutely happy to pop up in Spider-Man 3 or whatever and like just be like, yeah, Peter Parker, good job. And then he's gone for the rest of the movie. Yeah. But he still makes millions of dollars.
Sure. He gets
thousands of millions.
Even if he makes like 1% of something, he's going to make a fucking shit ton of money. What do you think is going to happen with X-Men? And
okay,
you know what? Hold on a second, because I can no longer hold the fact that I have to go to the bathroom. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. The prodigal son returns. Give it up for Will motherfucking Watkins.
Oh, shit. Oh, man, you get tagged in.
Yeah. You're going to take over while I pee.
Oh, yeah.
This is the first time this has happened.
Yeah, this is great. I'm so glad to be back at the job I quit.
Yeah.
I was half listening, so...
That's okay. He was just about to ask me about the X-Men.
Oh, yeah? Oh, I have lots of theories on X-Men. What's your deal?
My theory is end credit sequence. They're all just going to be standing around. Something's going to piss off Scarlet Witch, and she's going to do her whole like crazy world-changing thing. She's going to say more mutants. Then Captain America's going, "What is that? That's not established in this universe." And she's like, and then she turns to the camera and she goes, "You'll see." Wink. And then like a little boy walks by and red beams fly out of his eyes, and he takes out an old lady. And cut to black.
Well, it's interesting because you guys talked about before, like they nerfed her powers in the MCU, where like she had reality altering powers in the comic books. Yeah. But in this, she's like a fancy telepath, basically.
Well, so originally her powers are luck, and it was like she was in trouble, so like. She would use her powers and like a pail of water would fall on somebody and they would trip or something. And then that eventually evolved into her being able to genocide an entire race of people in a moment.
Yeah.
Because she was like mad about babies, I think is what it was.
In the MCU, they refer to both her and Quicksilver as miracles. We're in the age of miracles. They couldn't use the word mutants because they didn't have the rights at that point. And also at that time in the comics, they actually retconned it where they weren't mutants at all. They were adopted children of Magneto, it turns out.
Yeah.
And they weren't even Inhumans. They were like a new species created by, I think, the Beyonder or something like that.
Yeah.
Just completely retconned because just as a fuck you to Fox.
The Fox, yeah.
But do you think in the future in the MCU it's going to be more of the miracles, or they're going to actually use the word mutants?
Yeah, well, I mean they own Fox now, so they can say mutants.
Yeah.
So like it doesn't really matter. No matter what, I think the only way they can continue forward is by redoing the X-Men, because the X-Men do have that clout, even though it's been ruined in the movies for the past how many fucking years has it been going X-Men?
Yeah, I mean, like Kevin Feige, how do you say his name?
Whatever.
Feige, whatever it is.
Like, just take a stab at it. You're probably right.
Like, he said he's already got movies planned out for the next 5 years. Some are announced, some are not. And he said in that 5-year plan, the X-Men are not in there whatsoever.
Really?
Yeah, so it'll probably be at least 5 years before you see any sort of X-Men.
Yeah, damn. I'm excited for the fucking Scarlet Witch movie then. I don't know.
Well, they have the Disney Plus is coming out with all these little TV shows. I guess Scarlet Witch and the Vision are going to have their own TV show.
Scarlet Witch and the Vision?
Yeah. Rumor.
I love Paul Bettany, but man, he hates putting on that makeup.
Yeah,
he hates it so much.
Well, I think they established in the last movie he looks like Paul Bettany at some points. It's he figured out how not to put on makeup.
Yeah. I know they're doing a what if cartoon show, and the only plot they have announced so far is what if Peggy took the super serum instead of Cap. And I'm actually super into that. I'm super into a what if show.
That's a comic series that's ongoing where it's all these what if different characters teamed up to be the what if Avengers. It's anime, fucking Wolverine, and all these different. That's great. It's fantastic. All right, look who just showed up. He just took a piss.
I am
thank
deeply sad though how much of a sucker I am, and I'm gonna buy that fucking Disney streaming service.
I have. They said it's gonna be a part of Hulu. Thank you, Will Watkins. You're gonna come up later, but I appreciate you for doing that.
No, that was
because
his turn.
I was dying. There is a lot of stuff that they're gonna put on that channel, and they think it's gonna be through Hulu. Because
then I already have it.
Because
cool.
I have HBO. Because I when Game of Thrones was coming out, and I was like, oh man, I got to figure out a way to how do I stream it? And then I'm like, I'm an adult. I have $14. I can get fucking Hulu. And so I just signed up for it. I'm probably going to end up doing the same thing. Hulu is going to be my new cable outlet thing.
Yeah, this is not interesting to anybody, but my deal is that I pay for Netflix for my parents. They pay for Hulu, and then my sister just gives us all HBO.
It's all a big share. No one has their own passwords.
None of us are giving my sister Hulu or Netflix. She's really missing out on this.
What, Johnny, you ready to make some tough decisions?
Yes, I forgot about this element.
This element will go fast. You have to choose between Captain America versus Nick Fury.
Ooh.
One of them put the Avengers together. The other one slept in ice for.
Yeah.
He's one of them actually did the work. One of them is the figurehead, physical. I mean, the appearance.
I feel like we've already taken out so many black men from this run.
You could take both of them out and put Ant-Man through if you want.
Wait. So when was this Ant-Man established that he's just there in every fight?
He's there because he's so small. He could be anywhere.
Well, fuck Ant-Man.
Dude, I'm with you, man.
Ryan's
just only commentary. Yeah.
You've been quiet this whole time. In the second anybody brings him out, he's like, "Yeah, fuck Ant-Man."
I like
fuck
his movies and all, but you know what? The Wasp is still better than Ant-Man.
Yeah.
It is Paul Rudd though. That's fun.
So, but between Nick Fury and Captain America. What do you got?
I'm going to say, for the reasons that I said earlier, I'm going to say Nick Fury. We're going to put him forward.
Nick Fury moving Captain America out in the first round. Holy shit.
He's probably the character that's been in the most of the movies.
He's probably been in...
He's not in all of them.
Not in all of them, but
he's
most
definitely in most. He's definitely not in any of the Guardians of the Galaxies.
Yeah.
It'd be great if he was, though.
Just Nick Fury shows up. How about
Stan
this?
Lee
You get one more.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to give you another. This one is way harder. You have to choose between Hulk versus Thor.
Oh.
Yeah. This is at random. Who?
Okay, so I know what I'm going to pick.
Walk me through it. What's the decision-making process?
The decision-making progress is something that I've talked about on this show before, and I'm going to probably talk about it more on Twitter. And is Thor would be the best dad of the Avengers. So I'm going to pick Thor.
Thor, for his dad-like qualities, moves on to the next round. John, is there anything you'd like to promote before you go?
I post artwork online at Vox the Devil. And if you look on Twitter, I will also talk about all the Avengers and their capabilities as dads.
Yep, all of the father figures. Ladies and gentlemen, Vox the Devil himself. Give it up for John Smith. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, Lizzie Cassidy. Missing somebody.
Thank you so much. Fuck all of you. Ant-Man is my favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about these movies, but I've always had a crush on Paul Rudd, and I like the idea of being able to keep him in my pocket. I think that would be good.
That is wonderful. The idea of like, you just have a pocket Rudd.
Yeah, I'd love that. I've loved him since Clueless. I love him now. I think that'd be great.
He is.
He's timeless.
Fuck you, Ryan. I fucking love him. We were friends before you got up here and talked shit on my man.
Yeah, you claim ownership, huh?
I have no problems with Ant-Man. I'm just not going to kill two people for him.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Lizzie might.
I would kill all of you for fucking Ant-Man. Are you kidding me?
What do you think is going on in Endgame? Like, what do you think is leading up to Endgame?
I don't know, like a whole bunch of shit.
Not wrong.
I think it's like, I've concluded that it's like mostly like businessy. Like, I guess Disney bought it and now they're like, we got to kill a bunch of motherfuckers. I don't know.
Oh no, that's gonna come. That's not part of the story yet. They did that. They made all the movies and then they did this like merger with 20th Century Fox. But they've been doing 10 years of movies and they're all kind of culminating.
Right.
So there's a lot of shit. And
should I start there?
Yeah.
That'll be the first one I watch. Is the last one.
I know people who went into Infinity War, which is the most recent one where, spoiler alert, like half of everybody dies, and had not seen. Well, that's the thing. This movie, do they come back? Who knows? Like, it's not for sure.
By the way, earlier when you said Black Panther died, I like leaned over to Will and I was like, they can die? Like, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I thought that their whole deal was that they can't.
Yeah, they are. They got snapped out of it. They're just like, it was like a
and
random.
They turned into dust, right?
Yeah, they got.
I think when I was really drunk one time, my boyfriend made me watch that part of that movie because I remember the visual.
Yeah, of the
effect
of the people
turning into
dust. Now, the point being is that they led up to all of this stuff, and now they're gonna fix it. How would you recommend that they fix this? It was speculate. You're gonna nail it on the head.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
As someone who doesn't know any of the rules of this universe, I don't know. Maybe they'll like kill the guy who killed all those guys, and then they'll just not be dust anymore.
Oh, you like a vampire situation where if you
kill the main one, then like you fix it.
Also, not entirely wrong. I don't know how that would work.
It seems pretty easy to me.
Yeah, you're what guys? 1 + 1 = 2. Let's do this.
Just kill that
come on.
guy. Bring all the other guys back, and then.
What is something that you have watched that is in the superhero world?
I like the Christian Bale Batman movies.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. That's all right. But those also came out. That was like I think Iron Man. The first Iron Man came out with
I've
Dark Knight.
also seen that. I've seen the first Iron Man.
Yeah, they came out. Think about how far it's come in those 10 years. What do you think Marvel is going to do with like X-Men and Fantastic Four?
I've also seen some of the Fantastic Four movies, so that's cool. But
I'm sorry.
Are they bad? I literally don't even know if they're bad.
Like you're just taking it in. You're just like not passing judgment.
I don't know what they can do because like the idea of them like putting them all in one movie to me is like very redundant and annoying. So I don't understand why they would do that. Like it's just like if there's one superhero, then there's like a lot at stake. But if like there's all of them, then it's like it sort of feels like when you're like at work, but like two of you were scheduled and you only needed one. You know?
Sure. Yeah.
Like it's like too many cooks. Like I don't want to.
Sure, I get that. I support. I think that's an interesting idea. Like give them all individual, like kind of what they did with the MCU. They gave Iron Man a movie and Captain America.
It's more impressive if it's like one person that just like does it, than if it's like we got all of them and they're banning. It's like okay, but they're all superheroes. Shouldn't they be able to just fucking be good at this.
Yeah, like if there's like one criminal and then like every superhero shows up and just beats the fuck out of one guy trying to rob a bank, and you're like, oh no, I got like, oh the really the god from another world is gonna. I'm trying to rob a bank.
Exactly. Yeah, it just feels like they need like a new shift manager to make sure that all of this is
someone to handle the scheduling.
Yeah.
Which ironically would have been a great way to do the Justice League, where there's just like one guy like handing out assignments like a desk sergeant at a police station.
Yeah,
just
I'd
like
love
Green
that.
Lantern, you're over here. You're on this duty over there.
I think that'd be great.
Yeah.
That would be my role in the superhero world.
You just be
I would just be the administrative assistant.
Yeah, your dispatch. You're like, copy 19. This is Iron Man, you're going to be needed over at
That'd
such
be
and
fun.
such. Yeah.
Yeah.
What? So you have to choose to cancel out.
Can I just say the other one I like really quickly
Sure.
is the Bradley Cooper raccoon one. That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
thing, right?
Guardians of the Galaxy,
I would like him in my life because I would wear him as a backpack and we would just talk shit all the time.
Oh yeah,
Just me and him. And I think
he
that
would
would
be
be
like
really fun.
Yoda-ing on your back. He'd just be hanging
Yeah,
off like
yeah.
looking at shit.
And we would just like hang out in the city and like talk shit about people.
Sure,
And
yeah.
like snuggle.
But then his thing is he likes guns and explosives, so you just have to like deal with him blowing something up and shooting
I
somebody.
could change him.
I can reach him.
I can
So-
always change him.
Because you have no idea what's going on, I'm really curious to see what you would choose. You have to choose between, and again, this was entirely at random. I wish people believed me. Scarlet Witch versus Vision.
Okay, I have a big idea. Scarlet Witch is ScarJo.
Scarlet Witch is Olsen, Elizabeth Olsen,
Oh.
with the
Is
red.
she
with
related to the others?
Yeah, the little sister.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that sucks.
but
and
she
then
does
the other one,
the red magic.
Is the other one a man?
Paul Bettany, yeah.
He's
Is
British.
the other one a man? I see
Yeah.
where you're. Okay, all right.
Yeah. And
Where the
his
lines are drawn.
What does he do?
He's a robot. He's an android.
Yeah, fuck it. I picked the lady.
Okay.
Ooh, just
Scarlet-
like the
It's like
writers.
a robot that's boring to me. It's like this in the same way that like I like the Batman movies, but like Batman and Iron Man are boring to me because it's like technology based, and I want them to be like more mythical than that.
You like magic.
Yeah, like I don't want to just be like if I was smart and had a ton of money, I could do this. Like
Yeah.
I want it to be like more out of
it's
my
funny,
reach.
One of the what ifs, I overheard you guys talking about it. What if series? One of them was because there's a character in the comics called the Silver Surfer, and he's like this incredibly
Oh,
powerful.
yeah, I know who he is.
Yeah, he's super powerful and all that stuff. But one of the arcs in the what ifs is if Spider-Man's Aunt May, that old ass lady, turned into the Herald of Galactus, the Silver Surfer. So it's just like an
Oh.
old lady like covered in silver, blasting lasers and all that stuff.
I would watch that movie.
I would watch the shit out of if they
I would
did
love
it
that movie.
current canon with Marissa Tomei and suddenly she's the Silver Surfer. I would watch
Yeah.
the fuck out of
I
that.
also will say I do like Spider-Man because he does have a boyish charm that I appreciate.
Yes,
Yeah,
like,
it's all just about who I have a crush on for me, but I think that perspective is important.
yeah. You're picking your favorite superhero like that little paper game where you're
Yeah,
like pick a
exactly.
number
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Or
4.
like, yeah,
pick a
yeah,
color.
yeah.
Yeah.
This mostly feels like truth or dare for me. It's like,
Yeah, yeah.
who do you like?
Yeah. Lizzie, is there anything you'd like to promote before you go?
Yeah, I run a monthly show at the Creek in the Cave the second Thursday of every month. The next one is May 9th at 8 o'clock, and it's going to be a very good show. Also, wait, this comes out tomorrow?
Yeah.
I'm also hosting a show at the Creek in the Cave for if you're listening today at 8, and it's a really dope lineup, so you should go to that.
The Creek Cave Live you're hosting? What is
Yeah,
it?
I guess it's Creek Cave Live.
Creek
yeah.
Cave Live. At the Creek in the Cave in Long Island City, Queens. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lizzie Cassidy. Coming up next, a round of applause for Pat Smith. Waiting patiently. Thank you so much for waiting.
Thank you.
That was I apologize for my weak handshake. I misjudged.
No, it's all right. I'm having drinking.
I misjudged.
That's
Bye,
all right.
Amanda. I caught you. No, just kidding. You're free to go. You're not held hostage in any way. All right, get out of here. Okay. Pat, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
You've
having
been listening
me.
patiently. Are you up to speed on your Marvel MCU stuff?
Yeah, I'm a nerd.
You're okay. Good.
Yeah.
Solid. So do you? So let's speculate wildly. What do you think is going to happen in Endgame?
I think there's going to be a cameo of Bill Berg, and he's going to come out. And he's like, "This is great. I've been talking about this for 3 specials. Less people."
You think that there will be
less people?
Yeah,
I would see it if people told me that happened.
like there's a Madison Square Garden show that everybody can just go to.
Who's complaining about their commute today?
Yeah. Everybody's got it. So like I could drive my car in the streets.
This is great.
Yeah.
And the environmentalists come out too. Like the oceans are, they're coming back. This is how bad is it?
Yeah,
we can all get tuna now. We can all have tuna.
Yeah. The CO2 in the air is remarkably diminished now.
We don't need green cars. We can all have freaking Hummers.
Like suddenly everybody's like, yeah, this Thanos guy, he had an idea. And then that's when they fix everything and they're like, we fucked it up.
Yeah, but I also see how like Bill Burr today would be not for that because like in that world his kid is gone. He'd be like, well, but my kid's gone.
I'd like to think, what celebrities
He's turned into a real pussy, hasn't he?
Yeah. Fucking
That's
fatherhood, right?
Yeah.
Pussies.
What celebrities do you think got snapped away? Or which ones remain?
Well, one can only wish, really.
Yeah. Like I just imagine
Angelina, Beyonce.
Oh no,
Angelina who?
The Survivor, they got snapped.
Gone. I'm just going gone. Brad Pitt's wife or ex-wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got to go.
Now name a man. No, I'm just kidding.
Brad Pitt can go.
I would like them to go and like
the Bieber can go.
The Bieber, Justin Bieber. This is starting to sound like a hit list you have, and I'm a little nervous. So,
just separating the chaff from the wheat. That's all.
He's like Mike Mercadal can go. Lizzie Cassidy can go.
Yeah. Your hair looks really nice today, though. By the way, did you get it done?
It really does. I wasn't going to say anything because it's probably creepy, but
I went to the gym, so I had to wash it. That's all that happened. Thank you.
You had to do it. Yes, a round of applause.
Good for you.
You had to use a gym shower?
No, I went home.
Oh, you went home. Okay.
What's wrong with showering in the gym?
I live close to my gym. This is what you meant to talk about.
This is
right?
exactly what the show's about.
Well, we're taking
and
lessons.
Snap, Lizzie's gone.
I actually do have to leave, and that felt like a really good moment. So
you should.
I have to go.
And
I'm so
snap,
sorry.
Lizzie's
okay,
gone.
I'm sorry. Bye.
Bye, Lizzie.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Pat, no problem. What is so an actual like in story? Like, do you have an actual theory? Are you a conspiracy theorist?
No, I have not.
Have you spoiled anything for yourself?
I haven't seen any. I gave up like media and TV and all that shit for Lent. So I haven't seen anything yet.
Oh, since how long has it been now?
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Today's the last day of Lent. Tomorrow's Good Friday.
Oh, yeah. Right, yeah. So for 6 weeks you haven't been on social media. You haven't been watching.
Well, I haven't watched any like videos, so I haven't seen any of the new. I haven't seen the Star Wars preview or any of that shit. I haven't seen. I don't know what's going on.
It's fucking great. It looks really good, but it's also like do over, like where they're like, we fucked up the last one. Give us a shot on this one. Do over. You know?
I'm not into it anymore.
Yeah,
they ruined it.
I'm gonna watch it because I watched all of them in the theaters, but I'm fine with it.
You're committed.
Huh?
You're committed.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, fine.
It's okay.
I got $20. I could go to the movie theater in a month.
It's interesting. It doesn't matter how bad of a movie they'll make the last time. You'll come see the next one.
Last Jedi wasn't all terrible. There was
it was pretty terrible.
It was. I didn't enjoy it, but there was parts of it that I really liked.
I didn't enjoy it, but I'll see the next one.
No, it's because I'm not going to see the new one. I'm not going to watch Last Jedi again, but I'll watch the new one and see how much better how much closer
I get what
they
you're
got.
saying, but like if you're watching a TV show and it starts getting bad. And you'll just be like, you know what?
What? There was a whole season of The Wire that people did not like. And
I never watched The Wire.
See, there's a whole bunch of stuff that it's like, hey, you got to let it warm up. You know, there's a bunch of TV like that.
I guess you're right.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen with X-Men and Fantastic Four coming into the?
I was never into the Fantastic Four. I was into. Here's the thing: you were talking about like in high school, you had to be a jock or a nerd. I played 3 years of varsity football. My freshman year in high school, I had a T-shirt like that dude's back there, but it was X-Men #1. You know when Hank is still like an older dude, but he's like a teenager, and he's got like a balding. He's like,
the original Beast did not have blue fur.
Yeah, he's just a dude.
Yeah,
he looks like a big balding
and
bouncer.
He had like big giant feet.
Yeah, he just grabbed things, and like Iceman looks like the snowman had a kid.
Yeah.
And then like Jean Grey looks like somebody designed her suit from Star Trek, the original, but like really modestly. Right. Just kind of sexy.
And then what? So that you had somebody show you that? and you dove into the nerd stuff?
No, I was into that. There was a cartoon, like this is circa 1990. There was an X-Men. The Marvel used to have a cartoon show.
Yeah.
And they had like Spider-Man, and like Stan Lee hosted it, the Marvel Universe cartoon show, and they had the X-Men. That's how I got into the comic books.
Yeah, I remember that one. And then they had the X-Men animated series.
That was way later. This is way later.
Yeah.
So in the first one, it was just
what is your... So you think that they're gonna do separate movies, separate worlds?
I mean, I think you got to.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Do you think?
I don't know if you have to do a separate. I mean, at this point, yeah, you can't. I mean, how do you bring it? How do you go like, wait, yeah, we've just been mutants. There's been like half the population has been mutants this whole time.
I wouldn't be surprised if Endgame flips with the Scarlet Witch House of M thing, because she's red, right? Isn't the Reality Stone red? Isn't she like?
Yeah,
I mean, she's made of
Scarlet
the.
is a red.
You know what I'm talking about?
I feel what you're saying.
Did you guys talk about that already? No. She was created from the Mind Stone, but her powers are red, like the reality thing. Yeah, Quicksilver died.
Quicksilver, you mean Magneto's son?
Yeah, well, I really liked. That was my favorite part of the X-Men first. I hope they do Quicksilver right.
He's alive in two different universes. I mean, he's alive in one universe. He's dead in the other one.
That's true. Pat, are you ready to make a tough choice?
Yeah.
Because you have to choose between Nick Fury versus the Winter Soldier. We're in the second round already.
Oh, yeah.
We're in the second round.
Here's the thing. I would probably go. I'd pick Nick Fury over the Winter Soldier. I think he's a more interesting character. But I'm not,
super spy
but here's
versus
the thing, like,
a super soldier.
I'm not really interested in like in the MCU universe, like recasting characters. You know what I mean? Like no one wants to see a remake of The Shaft played by a white guy, right?
Of what?
The Shaft. You know Shaft?
Of Shaft?
Yeah, no one wants to see a remake, but this time played by a white guy.
So you're taking the stance that they should have had a white guy be Nick
just
Fury?
play a white guy. Like, just keep it the way it is.
Well,
why not just come up with new characters?
I think it doesn't matter for Nick Fury. Why wouldn't? Like, who cares if he's a black guy or not? Like, I think it's fine. I like Sam Jackson. I think he's
because he's Sam Jackson. That's what it really. To me, that's what I see. I see Sam Jackson.
But when he came out
in
2000,
it's what it.
Of course, but when it came out when Iron Man came out in 2008,
say what one more time? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
who do you think Sam Jackson should be in the MCU then? Should he be a superhero or should he be?
I don't know if there's a role for him. He's Sam Jackson.
I will say this:
I got ate by a shark.
Yeah, I will say this: I don't think Sam Jackson should have been a Jedi in the prequels.
But that makes more sense to me because
Mace Windu.
He's an original character. That makes sense.
Oh, you're talking about I get it.
It doesn't matter who he is. He's, you know what I mean? He's
so you're not up for diversity casting, for diversity recasting.
Recasting. I'm not for recasting.
He is
in what universe?
Not originally. Not originally.
What timeline are we talking about? All right.
He's black in the Ultimate, but he's also black in the new.
He's Nick Fury in the new one. Yeah. The new one. Before, but right.
It's like 2001.
But originally he was the white guy. You want to know who else played Nick Fury? David Hasselhoff. You want David Hasselhoff back playing Nick Fury?
Is that with the original Captain America movie?
No, there's a Nick Fury movie, and it's with David Hasselhoff.
No, I haven't seen that.
Yeah, it's trash. It's bad.
Have you seen the original Captain America movie, like
the
1990?
80s? Yeah, where it's like the clear shield.
Who played him?
I don't know.
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody cares. Pat, thank you so much for being here. Is there anything you'd like to promote before you go?
Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Enjoy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Pat Smith. You're going to be sliding. Oh, where's the music? You're going to be sliding over to the co-host. Which mic was that one? This is number one. This is the one that you were. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jerry Lally. Jerry, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
How you been, Jerry?
What's up, buddy?
How you doing, buddy? We're going to be wrapping up, running along, so we got to go quick.
I have work in an hour.
Oh, you do?
I should have told you this earlier.
You should have jumped up earlier.
What are you doing for work, Jerry?
I work at Rite Aid.
That's all right. Yeah, hey, everybody's got to work somewhere.
Everybody, let's talk about Marvel.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Where do you stand on your...
I sit down.
You sit down.
I'm sorry.
To pee.
Okay.
What is your? You're ready for Endgame. You know everything. You've watched every movie.
I know pretty much everything. I have watched every movie.
You're a comic book guy, so you know what's going on.
Pretty much. I saw only the one Endgame trailer once and never again. So many trailers coming out this month. Stop with the trailers already.
Well, for me, I have no problem with other people wanting to watch the trailers.
Sure.
I've been
Just don't tell
keeping
me
my
about
distance.
it.
I'm on a
Yeah.
text thread with friends that where it's like one of them just is dying to post shit, and I'm just like, stop doing that. You know, I don't want to see it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. And there's been stuff spoiled for me already, just in like the interpretations of the stuff that's been posted. Like I don't know
Sure.
if they're right, but if they are, I'm gonna be pissed. You know what I mean?
Sure,
Because
sure.
Why are you gonna be pissed?
I'm anti-spoiler. I
Yeah.
like. There's nothing like experiencing something for the first time, right? Like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
first
yeah.
time you fucking hit a home run, or your first
You
time
want proper context for something. Yeah. You
Yeah.
don't want like a
Yeah,
little
but if someone
thing of
told
a
you you were
thing.
gonna hit a home run
Yeah,
for the
that's
first
dumb.
time and they nail, like, would you be pissed off?
I would be confused as to how they nailed it, but also like this is a fact. This is a
They're a
work
witch.
of this is a work of fiction that someone wrote, so it's
Yeah.
possible that someone could know the truth already. You
Here's
know
the
what I mean?
thing. I actually read.
pretty determined.
I used to read. I still kind of read like Psychology Today, and they wrote a study on like people who read the endings of mystery books.
Yeah.
enjoy the book more when they know the ending.
Oh, they're just enjoying more if they read it a second time. Maybe there's that.
I don't know. That's what it is,
How about
but for
that?
some reason their enjoyment level increased.
No,
so
I get- I
spoilers aren't
understand.
really spoilers.
Well, I hate this
I-
premise altogether. I hate it. I hate
Again,
it.
yeah, I understand that, but that's for me. That's for other people. You know,
Yeah,
like
okay,
I'm
yeah.
not that person. I don't like
you
spoilers.
don't think you're just getting caught up in the I hate spoilers trendy kind of like.
I just object
It's
to
not a
this whole
trend. I don't
premise that
fucking
you're
want
coming
anything
up with.
spoiled
hate
for me.
it.
I mean, there's
hate
definitely.
it.
I'll tell you why. I have a
There's
bad
no
experience.
groupthink going on in the world. Is what you're saying.
There also I have a bad experience
Yeah.
with spoilers where someone literally I remember I was like a teenager we were going to go to the movies and we were going to go see The Sixth Sense, and as I'm walking out the door
Oh, so you didn't get it within the first 3 minutes.
no, I'm not. I'm walking out the
All right.
door,
Okay.
and someone's like, "Oh man, you're gonna love that movie. Bruce Willis is dead the whole time." Out the
Yeah.
door, like I didn't even
Yeah.
get a chance to experience it. I made
What a
that
horrible
motherfucker.
pitch.
Yeah. And I made that person give me I was like, I'd already bought the tickets online, and I was like, oh no, you're gonna give me the whatever how much it was for the ticket because you just fucking ruined that movie for me. And they're like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yeah, give me $15.
Did they give you $15?
Yes, because I was very mad because I don't like.
Were you bigger than them?
Yes.
That's what it's really
That's also
all
true.
about.
But also, I don't think like if someone doesn't want to see spoilers,
Yeah.
if you're gonna troll them and be like, oh well, guess what, you know, Dumbledore dies, you know, or whatever, like that sort of thing, I like that to me. It says more about the person being a dick than it does about the person who just doesn't want to be like spoiled. I'm not obsessive about it.
Oh yeah, it's not
But
cool.
it's also-
But it's telling if you're going to
definitely-
spoil it for someone.
It's definitely not cool to spoil something to somebody on purpose.
Well,
but I don't believe in spoilers.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
really think it affects whether I'm going to enjoy a movie or not.
But I also want that experience of surprise. You know,
Yeah.
like it's like a joke. Like if you heard like the stop me if you've heard this one.
Yeah.
Then it's like, yeah, shut up. I don't want to hear this joke. I know how it ends.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not gonna laugh.
You've seen comedians do a routine and then see them do it again. You still laugh.
Less.
Not even you never seen them like. do
Yeah,
a
like
little
I listen to
better, or
there's
even-
comedy
even if-
If I
albums.
didn't know the joke and like
Yeah.
they're telling it there, I would love it. Yeah, but I don't want them
Yeah,
to tell me
it's
the
different.
punchline after.
It's not like
So when you-
music.
okay.
Don't tell me
But-
the punchline before. He
But
tells it.
but Jerry, what do you think is going to happen in Endgame? Wild speculation. Or do you know anything?
I don't know anything, but
What
just
do you-
based off like one like second in like the trailer, I think we're gonna see like a bunch of what Doctor Strange saw of like the mistake alternate timelines. I think we're
I
gonna
want to
see a
see
few of
Thanos
that.
slip up.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, so you're
Actually,
no,
an interesting
no
theory.
mistakes.
We're gonna
That's
see
really
some mistakes.
interesting.
We're gonna see some mistakes.
Right.
That's what I think.
That's really cool.
So you think that that Endgame is going to be them like because they're going to the quantum realm. There's for
Yeah.
sure that stuff. There's going to be a time travel element. Are you saying you're going to jump around to the different visions that Doctor Strange saw?
Yeah,
Doctor Strange saw?
Yeah, we'll jump around different narratives and stuff. Yeah.
Well, that gets
Oh.
back to that dude saying how like
Yeah,
was
someone
Peter
touched on
Parker was just coming back. Like they
Yeah.
got picked up from the airport in a school bus.
I
or
want to
something.
cover her up. For,
That's true. Yeah.
Man.
Are you ready to make a decision as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you have to choose. Ooh, this one feels
Hot dog.
kind of. I don't know if this one's going to be. You have to choose between War Machine
Okay.
and Iron Man.
That's easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lemon
me-
squeezy. Walk me through it.
Give me Iron Man. I mean, I think Don Cheadle's a wonderful actor, but Iron Man came first, and I mean,
Yeah.
Don Cheadle's just really good in House of Lies, and I love that show.
That show's actually really good too. But yeah, that's the scene in Iron Man 2 where it's like, oh, you're just gonna let your little brother come up here and take your suit? He's literally the little brother,
and his legs don't work. But,
and his legs don't work. Yeah,
thing.
fuck that guy. Oh boy. Jerry, is there anything you'd like to promote before you go?
Just find me on Twitter at Jerry Lally. I'm out there, boys.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for
Yeah, good job,
Jerry
Jerry.
Lally.
Fuck yeah.
Jerry, put that mic down.
Fuck yeah.
Swap out. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Ben Miller. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Fuck yeah, Ben.
Hey, Ben.
Hey.
Thank you for waiting patiently this whole time.
Oh, thanks so much for having me on.
No, this is great. You've done this before, right?
One other time,
Yeah. This time we're talking about the Marvel Endgame and all that shit that's going to be happening. It's a big giant event happening on the 26th. What is your level of involvement with Marvel movies?
I've seen most all of the movies, never read any of the comics, and I don't know how I feel about them. I mean, the movies are like fine.
They're fine. I think that a lot of people, there's like a period where like everyone is expecting these movies to be like groundbreaking, earth-shattering things, and they're superhero movies. They're fun. They're supposed to be engaging at the least. You know what I mean? Like, get your attention.
Yeah.
Which one's your favorite movie? I haven't asked that yet.
You guys want to tell me your favorite villains, like maybe top 2 or 3?
Oh yeah, we haven't done villains that much actually.
Ego's top 3 for me. I really like Ego.
Ego from Guardians of the Galaxy 2 was very good. He was a very good villain.
Killmonger and the Vulture. Yeah, those are the top 3. Yeah.
Vulture's up there on the list for me because I love Michael Keaton. It was really cool to see him. I really enjoyed. Ironically, I liked Whiplash. I liked Iron Man 2.
Whiplash from again? I forget. Sorry.
Iron Man 2 Whiplash with Mickey Rourke.
Oh, he was interesting. He was cool.
I liked him.
He's
He
not
was
top
like
3, but he's cool.
He had a lot of good lines, a lot of interactions with Justin Hammer, who I love.
And the parrot.
The parrot, good bird, like all that shit. And then he double cycle and he does the whole fucking thing. He takes over. He causes. I liked Whiplash.
An action scene he did.
And then Thanos you can't include, but I don't know who's Vulture's on there. He was great. And then also, you know what I'll say?
Kate Blanchett's character. She was
Hela. Hela was very good. I like that one a lot. But is Jeff Goldblum's character do you count him as the villain, the game master? Is he the villain or is Hela
It's villainous.
I know, but I loved the character of the game master.
He murders people.
Yeah.
What are your go-tos?
I've been listening this whole time, and you've come up with more names than I could.
That's fine. I mean, which ones did you like? Because that's the thing about the bad guy makes the good guy able to be the hero. You have to have a good bad guy to have a good story.
Maybe they can just be good on their own. There can just be pure goodness in this world. How dare you try to crush that?
You just want a superhero movie where everything's fine.
Yeah.
What happens is just maintaining, and then people live their lives.
They just make the world. It's a lot of city planning. They build nice buildings and save the environment or something.
Yeah, Superman uses his powers for construction and just speeds things up for everybody. Yeah.
Absolutely.
He puts rivets in fast. Yeah. What do you think? Did you see Infinity War? You saw the snap. You saw everything.
So I've come up with 2 minor hot takes, but I don't know if people that are into this have already said this before. So I'm sorry if they have.
It's your time, man.
I feel like after the snap. All the janitors who survived are gonna be really pissed off. They're gonna be like, "There's so much dust to clean up." Jesus Christ.
They're just gonna throw their brooms down and be like, "Fuck this."
Yeah, absolutely.
I quit. I'm not doing this. Yeah. What else? What do you?
Oh, that was
the one. Yeah. The janitors for sure.
Yeah.
I got a straight thought. I want post Endgame. I want to see a solo Doom movie. I don't think they can work the Fantastic Four at all. I think Doom might be a good solo movie. Yeah,
I genuinely think that you could do
a time traveling magician dictator. It's great. I love him.
You could do Latveria for sure. Yeah.
Here's in the universe where the Avengers exist, and then also the Defenders and all the X-Men exist. Are they still the Fantastic Four? They're just they're okay. Comparatively, they're the not bad four.
They're the average four.
They can do stuff.
They can do the family. Well, at a certain point, they turn to the Freedom Foundation, right?
Yeah,
that's where it is.
Yeah.
The Future Foundation. That's
they
what it
made
is.
freedom fries.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
their one big contribution.
The big contribution was during the Patriot Act. They're like, yeah, we're gonna take French out of everything. No, but the idea that they start their like another like competing organization.
It's like a school. They get like young kids into like the superhero game.
Yeah,
FF. Yeah,
I'd like to see. There's of course going to be teen stuff.
Legacy.
Yeah. Wait. So you saying what do you have any real like conspiracy theory stuff that you want to see in the in Endgame?
I don't know. Thanos is everybody's dad. Is that a theory?
Yeah. Suddenly the reality changes and Thanos is everybody's dad. Okay. Ben, are you ready to make some tough decisions? This is going to go on into the next round.
Make the right one, Ben.
Yeah. You have to choose between Black Panther versus Thor.
You know the answer, Ben.
I mean,
it's up to you. You're the one that makes the choice. No one but the person in that chair chooses who wins. Jerry, back off.
Yeah, I feel so much pressure. I feel like I wasn't warm before, but now the lights are like causing me to
You're in the
sweat a
hot
little
seat.
bit.
Yeah.
I'm part of me is like I do the progressive thing. Be the guy. The other Jerry's
hot
shining
lights.
a light in my face as well. Yeah.
For the podcast listener, we're putting an interrogation light on him.
One of them's a guy. Actually, Chris Hemsworth is too attractive. He has to die.
Okay, is that that's how you do it? So you're saying Black Panther.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next
He's
round.
from Earth. You can't fucking come into our Earth and show us up.
Xenophobia moves on to the next round.
I hope he burns in hell.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna get a second round because you have to choose between Scarlet Witch versus Captain Marvel.
Oh, I haven't
Kind of a
seen
toss-up.
Captain Marvel.
You haven't seen Captain Marvel yet?
Yeah.
All
right.
It's good. It's fine. It's a good movie. It's fun. But between the two heroes, who do you choose? Two ladies.
I don't know what their powers are. I mean, I don't know one of their powers
What
are.
do you?
What
Do
is
not explain
Captain
it to.
Marvel?
What do
Oh.
you think Captain Marvel, based on the trailers and just the stuff that you've seen on social media? What do you think Captain Marvel's powers are?
I mean, I think they both shoot things out of their hands.
Yes, correct. Yes.
So it's both hand people. Who's better at hands? I guess.
Depends on what you mean, man.
Who's more dexterous? Is that I don't know.
Make a choice.
Someone said Scarlet Witch in the audience. I think that's a crowd favorite. I think Scarlet Witch.
Oh my God, crowd! How could you?
No, so you're saying
Crowd, how could you?
You're going with the Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
Ladies and
Shame.
gentlemen, Scarlet Witch is moving
Shame.
on. I don't
Shame.
know.
The scrolls are the best part of the Captain Marvel. Okay,
They
I'm
were,
done.
it was weird. I got to say it was weird. Ben, thank you so much for being here. Would you like
yeah,
to promote
thank you.
anything before you go?
No, thanks.
Oh, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Ben Miller. Closing out the show, ladies and gentlemen, you heard his voice earlier. My friend, give it up for Will motherfucking Watkins.
Amateur hour is over, bitches. Enough of you quasi-fucking nerds.
Yeah. The full nerd is on display.
I'm not even sitting down for this bitch.
You are, of all of us, you have been the most, you have the most Captain America body out of all of us.
Thanks, man. That means a lot.
You've been hitting the gym. I'm proud of you, buddy. Good for you taking your strength. Yeah.
Also, I like that last round of Scarlet Witch versus Captain Marvel because that's literally like science versus magic.
Yeah.
And it's like because Captain Marvel has her powers based from the Space Stone, whereas Scarlet Witch is from the Mind Stone, I believe.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a very I don't know, science versus religion, and I'm sad that religion won.
Yeah, totally. Magic beats science.
All right.
So you're a nerd. You know, you're up on all of this stuff. You've seen all the movies. You got your tickets already.
Yeah, I got tickets for 2 different showings.
Yeah, you're on board.
I have Friday tickets and then I have Sunday tickets. So Saturday I can like think about what I saw, and then Sunday I can solidify it.
Oh
what,
boy,
What times are the 2 showings?
That's
I
important.
have Friday is 7:00, perfect. I love that because I love the crowd reaction from that Friday 7 o'clock showing.
Yeah, there's a good energy. Good
and then
energy.
Sunday is going to be everybody who didn't get tickets for the 7 o'clock show, and they're going to be fucking amped. This is the first time they're going to see it. I love it.
Do you have notes?
I do. I have a bunch of notes.
Wow, here we
I'm
go.
going to skip over the predictions for Endgame. Although if Captain America doesn't die, I think he's going to lose his super soldier serum. He's going to become an old man. That's my only.
He's just gonna. He's gonna turn into like the end of Last Crusade, where he just like drinks from the wrong cup.
I think, kind of like that. Yeah,
And
I
he's
think
just
he's
gonna-
I don't think he's gonna die. I think he'll become like an old man, and he'll become the new director of Shield, just like in the comics, kind of like he did. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he'll restart Shield and his image the way he thinks it should be done, because
Yeah.
that's his old MO. I mean. But all right, so as far as the future of the MCU, because that was the basis of the show, I'm going to say I think there were foreshadowing in the last movie about what's going to happen. For instance, Xandar was destroyed. Xandar, the capital of the Nova Corps. If you're familiar with the comics, is the character of Nova, is the last surviving member of the Nova Corps.
Oh.
The Nova Corps was destroyed when Thanos destroyed. So I think it's going to be a Green Lantern situation. He's going to
He's gonna be the last surviving.
Sam Alexander, I
Sure.
think, from Earth is going to get it. So that's going to be one of the next movies. They just announced today that Thor 4 is the script is in the works right now. I think that's going to be the finale for Chris Hemsworth as Thor.
Ooh,
I think it's going to
interesting.
be a thing where Thor is going to embrace his role as the Odin father, as the Odin Force and everything like that. And he's going to pass on a Stormbreaker or Mjolnir or whatever he's going to have at that point to Valkyrie. And I think Valkyrie is going to take on the Thor franchise from that point.
That makes sense. I think
that'll work
I
out.
would be on board with that.
I think Stan Lee's cameo, you mentioned it before, I think his cameo in the movie in Endgame is going to be whenever the snap is reversed and all the ashes come back and form back into fucking Falcon and all these other people.
Sure, yeah.
I think Stan Lee is going to come back from the ashes and be like, oh, that was crazy. I'm back from the dead or whatever. And I think the crowd is going to erupt in applause and go, oh my God, he's not really dead.
What was he? Oh, he was the bus driver in Infinity War. That's what he was. Yeah.
All right. And then the next two I have are predictions for the future. And I'm actually going to do a movie pitch. You guys.
I'm here for it. Let's do it.
All right. Here we go. It is.
You're the only one that did the homework. I'm so happy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all about this. I have thought about this immensely. This is the movie pitch. This is going to take place 6 to 7 years in the future. This is how we introduce the X-Men to the MCU. And I think it's very important that we keep the characteristics of each character and their backstories and everything like that. But they have to fit into the current MCU, including the timeline. Obviously, there's a lot of issues with Holocaust and everything like that. They can't really be brought over.
Right.
My theory is this: or my pitch is this: is that the mutants have always existed in the MCU. They have always existed. They were sparse, maybe one or two. They were, it's a freak show, a circus act, or whatever it is. And but then in 1945, when the atomic bomb dropped, this is how I'm going to get the name of the movie. The title of the movie is X-Men: Children of the Atom. Classic name for X-Men.
That's solid. I like that a lot.
The
Yeah.
explosion of the nuclear bomb triggers all the X genes and all the people like that, and slowly over time,
So
they
they're all
more and more
Japanese
start
mutants.
snowballing.
Yeah.
Was that? Yeah.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki choked with mutants.
Boom.
Yeah.
So slowly, more and more mutants start showing up because there's this nuclear energy as enhanced evolution.
Children of
whatever it
the
is.
Atom. I like it a lot.
So and Chernobyl, exactly. Yeah.
Sure.
The whole all these nuclear plants start popping up all over the place.
One of the scenes has to be on a nuclear submarine and then all of a sudden you get Namor.
Oh yeah, that'd be going too.
Yeah.
And I think here's what I think is going to happen is that he's not going to be born during the Holocaust, but I think one of the first people to become one of the more common mutants is a young boy named Eric Lencher. He's going to be what's going to happen is they're going to try to hide all the mutants because they're so dangerous. The World Council is going to create a secret organization so secret even S.H.I.E.L.D. didn't know about.
Ooh, multiple secrets.
And the reason why they're so secret is they're so immoral. They go around and find every mutant that's been born or shows any signs of dangerous powers, and they kidnap them from their parents. They sometimes by lethal force, they kill their parents sometimes, And that one of those children is Eric Lencher. He then gets taken to a prison camp where all the mutants
You've
are
thought
held.
about this a lot. You shouldn't be saying this on a podcast. You should just be writing this and sending it to people.
I'm going to go home on my iMac and do some shit.
Yeah.
I think
power book.
Eric Lencher is going to be one of the very first mutants that's put into one of these prisons at the same time, maybe around him, he may be at the time, at current day, he's 60, 70 years old, something like that. At the same time he's getting imprisoned, there's a young boy from a wealthy family named Charles. He's from the Xavier family. His parents are so wealthy, they pay off the government, they pay off the authorities. He doesn't get put into one of these prison camps. He's allowed to stay in his mansion as long as he doesn't leave the grounds. So over the years, Charles Xavier, he starts any mutant that isn't get abducted by the government, he takes them and puts them in his house for sanctuary.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, fast forward 60 years or whatever it is, Eric Lencher has enough of this. Maybe some event happens in the MCU that he's able to escape from this prison. He then liberates all the mutants, hundreds, thousands of mutants worldwide, then come to the surface. And it was enough that there were a few Avengers with superpowers, but now there are thousands of superpowered beings all across the earth. So humans start coming and saying, no, we can't have all these superpowers. And that's where you get the dynamic of the humans versus the mutants. And now there's this war that's starting to be raging. And Eric Lencher is saying, has his brother have mutants. He's saying we need to.
Yeah, you're ready to rock, dude.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So Eric Lencher is saying we need to fight back. We are the superior race. Meanwhile, Charles Xavier and his group of X-Men, they've been working covertly through the years to save all these mutants. And Charles Xavier, as he's being approached by his X-Men, they're like, "Hey guys, we need to show our faces and show that there are good mutants in the world, right?"
Right.
And Charles Xavier's like, "No, we need to stay secret." He's used to the secrecy and everything like that. Finally, there's some showdown, climax, whatever it is, where there are humans in danger. A huge group of humans are in danger. And finally, the X-Men show up. They battle their brother. There's a big fight, blasts and claws, whatever it is. And the X-Men, they win, and they show humanity that humans and mutants can coexist. And here's where the plot twist comes, everybody. Here's what the plot twist. I have a plot twist in this.
Okay.
I also have an end credit scene as well. There's a plot twist. The plot twist is this. One of the mutants, one of the X-Men, it's Jubilee. It's called Jubilee.
Sure.
She sees in the group of humans that have been saved 2 familiar faces. She runs over as, "Mama, Papa, it's me, it's Jubilee." And they look at her and they go, "Who? We don't have any children, especially not some mutant freak." And that's when it's realized Charles Xavier wasn't saved because of his wealth. Charles Xavier had made a pact with the government that he would erase the memory of anyone who found out mutants existed. Whoa. And that's why no one in the MCU knew mutants existed in the first place.
Whoa!
So then the X-Men have to decide, holy shit, has our mentor been a villain this whole time? There's a huge separation, and that's how the story ends. The mid-credits scene is the UN. It's a UN scene, and they say, we established that the mutant race has been treated improperly. We now will allow them to have their own country that they can live in and they can govern as they will. So they are given the island country of Genosha. And that's where they elect Magneto to be their new leader. They all go to Genosha. They live peacefully. End credit scene is the opening ceremony of Genosha, where Magneto says, "Welcome all the mutants," and everything like that. And I'd like to say thank you very much to the country that gave us this island right off the coast of their own country, the country of Latveria.
Boom. Nailed it. Bang, bang, bang. Yes. Yeah. I love it. Perfect, man.
And then you're going to have a spin-off of the Doctor Doom movie. He wants to find out how to get powers of his own, but he's got magic, and he just has to get, I don't know, fucking Reed Richards and some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Wow. Fuck. Damn,
anyway,
dude.
Cut, print, release. Let's make $1 billion.
That was fucking great. I have nothing more to ask you. That was fucking perfect, but you have to choose. You're going to have to make 2 choices. One, you have to choose between Black Panther versus Iron Man.
Ooh.
Who's going on? Who's the ultimate Avenger?
In honor of AJ who left, I'm going to pick the black guy. Let's go with the Black Panther.
The Black Panther.
The black
Good
guy
choice.
wins in the end. end.
All right, you have to choose now between Scarlet Witch versus Nick Fury.
Oh, let's go with Nick Fury. That was his black on black.
Yeah.
So even more racist. You said black on black. That's
Damn it, Will. That was a great fucking story. I'm all for it. What would you
man.
like to promote before you go?
On Friday nights, Precious Metal. I'm doing a show called Silver Linings. I'm hosting it. Everybody come out and have fun.
What's are you still doing that other show?
We had one show and 3 people showed up, so we just fucking canceled it.
Fair enough.
It's done. It's gone.
But
We're
Silver
not doing it
Linings
anymore.
at Precious Metal is very good. There are lots of
that's
people
great,
come
man.
out.
Jackie Barron is she produces it and stuff like that, and she always she packs out the house. It's great.
Yeah. And they can follow you at William A. Watkins on all social media. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Will Watkins. Guys, that's the end of the show. We have one more thing to do.
Oh yeah, who's that? Nick Fury or Black Panther?
We
Who
have
wins?
one more thing to do. Come on, everybody. By round of applause, you have to choose. I'm going to say both names now. Nick Fury versus Black Panther, the ultimate Avenger. You have to choose. Round of applause for Nick Fury. Round of applause for Black Panther. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Fury is the ultimate Avenger. Thank you all for listening. My name is Mike Mercadal. You can listen to this at Zeros on Heroes on all social media. And you can follow me at Mike Mercadal on all social media. Thank you all for listening. Remember to go out and be heroic.